If y'all can hear, put a 1 in the chat. If y'all can hear.
It should be good now.
Oh, it should be good?
It give it like 15 seconds.
Right. Okay. It's a delay. Right, so there's been wars. What else? What else? Sis. Yeah, sis.
The money situations, the banks.
Right, financial situations, financial unrest. What else? And that's recent, right? What else?
Crazy weather.
The crazy weather. What else is going on?
Shootings.
Right, shootings. Do y'all know that there's more mass shootings than there is days this year? There's been more mass shootings than there have been days in the year. How many days are we into the year? 130 something? Something like that? We halfway through, right? Or no, not yet. June will be halfway through.
Yeah.
But there's been more mass shootings in America than there has been days. That one that little transgender did in Tennessee,
Yeah.
that right there put it past the threshold, right? So you got mass shootings and think about it. You can't even go to school. You can't send your kids to school. You can't go to the movies. You can't go to church, right? You can't go to parades. Remember old boy that shot up that parade in Chicago? Right? So you got, come on, we haven't even talked about the mental instability. The high levels and high rates of depression, right? The high levels of depression amongst teenagers. The high level of depression amongst women, right? The suicide rate. All these different things, man, that's happening that we can see, but then think about what's going on in these other countries, right? There's always been famine and sickness, pollution. Come on, man, they said that COVID was the best time for a lot of countries. You know why? Like China, India, there was no smog. There was no smog in the air. It was clear. You could actually see. But as soon as everybody started getting back, guess what? 50 billion cars hit the road, and now the earth is polluted again. So there's all these different things that are happening, right? And that's like on a big picture. But then everybody has their little microcosm of the big picture, because we all got our individual lives, right? Don't bang the table. Come on. Gotta tell myself, don't hit the table. Everybody has their individual lives, right? And what's going on in our individual lives, man? Finances, right? Mm-hmm. Finances is always the number one issue. How we gonna make it? If you got kids, man, how they gonna make it? Right? How they gonna make it? What are they learning and what are they gonna be raised into? How do I keep my wife in the same, no matter what you're doing, truth or no truth? How do I keep the ones around me in the same mind as me and keep us going? That's always the war, right? On an individual basis. But think about it. We got a whole nother war. We got a war on a for everybody that's here, everybody online, if you feel like you're a part of the school. We have a whole nother set of things to deal with. A whole nother war to fight. A whole nother mind state to establish, right? And, you know, what I want to go through is show how do we establish this stability. And somebody get Isaiah 33 and verse 6, because these are the times, man. Like if you are oblivious, Matthew's 24th chapter is unfolding. 2nd Ezra 13, 2nd Ezra 15, 16. These things are unfolding, literally. All Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Isaiah are literally unfolding right before your eyes. And these are the times that if you don't have a level of stability, you're going to be cast away like the rest of the people, right? Isaiah 33 and verse 6.
Book of Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6.
Right.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
So what does that tell you about these times? Just from that part of a precept, what are we learning about the times? What?
That they're unstable.
Yeah, the time is like no matter what you thought, but I got money in the bank. Okay, cool. Well, I got a pantry full of food. Oh, you know what? Well, my wife is locked in. My vehicle is running. I'm ahead on my bills. I'm paid up for the next 2 years. Really? Cool. That's what's up. Oh, that's all fine and dandy. But does that make you the exemption from these times? No, it don't. Because if it's about those things, then that right there in itself is a level of instability. Con. That right there, if it's about those things, it's a wrap for you. You already wrapped up. You're already done. Because as soon as the finances change, the car changes, the wife changes, the this changes, and the that changes, if you don't have these other qualities that we're going to talk about, you're going to go with those things, right? 1 minute you're up because she's up, happy wife, and then happy car, happy home. Well, wait a minute, Satan is running through my house. Ooh, what you going to do? Satan is trying to rip and tear. He's doing his job. How you going to go with it? See, and these are the things that, in examining the scriptures, man, we got to really see, why is he saying that we need wisdom and knowledge to be stable? Well, because there's a plethora of a whole nother thought process that if you have these things, you'll be stable. But think about it. You got cats that got dough, and they're mentally gone. You got women that got good situations. They got a loving husband. They got the children. They got the lifestyle they wanted, and they're mentally, it's mental unrest. They're mentally unstable. So if you don't got your mind right, first and foremost, it doesn't matter what you have. Read it one more time.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
Right now, think about all the wisdom and knowledge that's in the world. Think about it. There's books upon books. There's religion upon religion. There's thought process upon thought process. Right? If you want to be spiritual, you can be spiritual. That's wisdom to some. If you want to be a Kemet, Hotep, that's wisdom to some. Christian, Buddha, Muslim, you can go through all the wisdoms of the world. But you know what you always got to come back and ask yourself? Why are these same people depressed? Like, how can a Christian be depressed? Somebody tell me that. Why are people folding under depression? What's that?
Because they're depending on all this other stuff instead of, I guess, the word.
Yeah.
They should have.
Well, because what it is there's no stability in Islam. There's no stability in religion. There's no stability in the wisdom of this world. The only stability, the only way to be stable, the only way to be grounded and rooted, especially in these times. Listen, I was on the phone with Locker Rob on the way up here, and we were talking, and he said it. He said, listen, man, and Kazak texted me, and what are we seeing? It's Passover time, so the heat is on, right? Mm-hmm. Sisters got like 5 days to make brothers look like gods. Right? And they getting there, they fighting, but the pressure is on. And it's not only on them, the pressure's on brothers, right? We always got the pressure on us regardless. The burden to perform. The burden to keep things in order. Right? The burden to be to wake up and be the lead of your home. The lead of the camp. The leader. That burden is always on the men. The kids are under pressure. But if we got the greatest wisdom in the world, why is the pressure crushing us? Should it? Because I ain't gonna front. The pressure is there, but I don't feel it. I'm not even joking. Like, I told him on the way, I was like, bro, Con, it's there, but guess what? I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not even giving it a thought. Because I know what times we in. I know what this is about. But we all have to understand what it's about. Go ahead.
And strength of salvation.
Right. See, these times come, these unstable times come to do what to people? Why does instability come about? We're going to reverse analyze the scripture. That's what we're doing right now. We're reverse analyzing this thing. Why does instability come about according to what we just read? You got a thought?
That's easy.
I was gonna answer.
Okay, go ahead.
Is it because we go backwards, I lost my train of thought, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. No. Think about it. Anybody else? Why does instability come about?
Oh, well,
What? Let's see if you.
I was going to answer it with a scripture that goes perfectly with this. It's like the reverse of the scripture.
Okay, get the scripture.
Yeah, but
What? Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so you say why
Get
does,
it.
why does instability?
Why does
come about?
instability come about?
I guess I would say the world, just the way the world got things going, and you gotta be like this person or have this or have that, and and people just moving, just not, how would they say, the jack of all trades,
Master of none.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite saying.
Yeah. So
Jack of all trades, master of none.
yeah.
Yeah. Right? What else? And then sis, I'll let you come in too. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
The question,
Why does instability come about?
because you built on the wrong foundation. You didn't have.
Right?
You didn't.
I mean, bam, bang the gavel. The foundation is not sure. What were you gonna say, sis?
I was gonna say because they're trusting in the things when it says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and don't store up your treasure
Yeah.
here on the earth.
Yep.
So,
Matthew 6, right? Because what you're trying to store, we're gonna go there too. What you're trying to store up and build upon. Right? Now just think about it. Instability. It says, and strength of salvation. Instability comes about because of all the things you guys said. But think about this. The whole point of this is to be saved, right? So instability is there as a tool to prove us. That's what it's about. Because the Most High is not unstable. Right? Just think about it. Read it again.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
So what's unstable? The time. The times. Think about it. It's the times. It's the times that we're in. It's the world is the instability. We should be the stable ones. You are the lights of the world, right?
Okay.
Everybody, that means that everybody else is in darkness. So you can't be in darkness if you're supposed to be the light. You can't be unstable if the times are unstable. But what's going to give you that stability and cause you to come into salvation? That's the question. And that's what we want to go over. Right? Read it. Go ahead, read on.
And strength of salvation.
The strength of my salvation. How sure am I? How sure? Think about it. Everybody got different levels of strength, right? So some of the things we go over, your salvation is going to depend on how strongly rooted am I in these things. How strong am I? Well, I can only bench press 250. Well, guess what? I'm putting up 5. I'm putting up the whole rack. Or I'm going to try. Right?
Yep.
Strength is about what? Do you just get strength or do you got to build it? You build it. So think about it. You might be strong or you might be weak in one instance, but we have the opportunity to strengthen ourselves in these things that we're going to talk about. So you could drop that or finish it up and let's deal with it. Finish that.
The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Right, because it all comes back to fear and respect of the Most High, his ways, right? This is how we're going to accomplish the stability. This is how we're going to accomplish the salvation. Go to James 5 and verse 2. And now you're going to write down, look at the times that we're in.
Oh, can I get one real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we go to Wisdom of Solomon 10 and verse 4? Wisdom of Solomon chapter 10 and verse 4 real quick.
Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 4.
Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 10 verse 4. Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 10 verse 4.
Go ahead.
For whose cause the earth being drowned with the flood,
Go ahead.
wisdom again preserved it,
Wisdom did what?
preserved it.
So just like Isaiah 33 and 6, wisdom and knowledge is the stability of the times. it's telling you here that when the earth was drowned by the flood, what helped to save Noah and his family? Well, wisdom. Wisdom preserved Noah and his family. The same thing that Noah was going through, believe it or not, is the same thing that we're going through. We're the ones building the spiritual ark. But while we're building the spiritual ark, we're teaching. You know what I'm saying? We try to show people what's about to happen. But when you look at these times, man, these times is beautiful. Can y'all picture being in the middle of Noah's Ark, where it's been raining 40 days and 40 nights, and the water is stupid high and it's crazy, and you in this boat, but during the rain you hear lightnings and thunders, and at nighttime it's just pitch black,
And the boat's moving.
and it's moving, and you hearing the screams of people dying, especially in the beginning. You hearing everybody dying, everybody losing their mind, but at the same time, while all that's happening, you're cool and calm. You're cool and calm, and knowing that you're safe, knowing that the Most High got you. That's how we should be moving in these times, because it's the same thing. It's like the rain just started. You know what I'm saying? Like with everything that's crashing. It's funny, when I was on the phone with y'all, me and LaShabar was riding back. I had y'all on mute, right? Well, I had y'all on the AirPod on mute, but there was this commercial that came on 97. And at first, like, the lady's talking, she's like, yeah, sis, that independent boss chick, like, no man don't want that.
Nope.
Men only want men want submissive women.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the Bible says. Men, that's what men want. And I'm
the
sitting
radio?
here like, that's what I said. I was like, it's on the radio. But they played a clip of it, and then then this chick came on and capped on it. And she capped on it real hard and was like, see, everything is evolved. Like, nobody's living like that no more. Nobody's living like that. Like, you can't tell a chick she can't be a boss lady and a man ain't gonna want her and yada yada yada. And I'm just sitting here like, wow, they're like blatantly disregarding it. They're blatantly disregarding the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just bringing that out just to show y'all, like, if y'all ain't noticing, they're blatantly doing things now. They're not hiding that they're trying to come after your kids. They're not hiding that they're trying to come after you. So, you know, this transvestite that did the shooting, you know transgenders are protesting in defense for that transgender. There's a whole bunch of transgender protests going on right now, this very minute.
And
Y'all know that?
And the fool went to a school and shot innocent people.
Wow.
Stored up, was hiding guns in the house, like 10, 15 guns. Had
Y'all
mental issues.
Y'all wouldn't think about that, huh? That transgenders got guns loaded up. There's a video I saw earlier where a transgender had an AK, and he was talking mess like, yeah, y'all want to come against us? We got something for y'all. And I'm like, whoa, so we about to go to war against transgenders?
I mean, they got
Was I
demons
telling
on.
you? Yeah,
They got demons on.
but I mean, it's just like I said, it's the instability of the times. We can name a whole bunch of different examples of everything that's going on, and especially right now during Passover time. Especially for the sisters, we can't like y'all can't like y'all ain't been here before. Every year it's the same thing. No matter how many times, you know, we try to prepare, we try to make things easier.
This is
Because
the
it's not like we don't try, right? Mm-hmm. But the Most High still brings y'all through these times. So when are y'all gonna recognize that the Most High is gonna bring y'all through these times and strengthen y'all's minds to go through the times? You see what I'm saying? Like. That's what it is. Like, you know that the storm is coming. Like, you know that it's hurricane season. The hurricane is coming. You know you're about to get hit with a Category 5. Well, prepare your mind for the Category 5. Don't fold under the pressure. Y'all see what I'm saying? But how will you not fold under the pressure? Well, it tells you wisdom and knowledge is the stability of your times. So how are you? It's a dope time, man, because you get to see where you're at and how well you can apply the wisdom. And how well you can apply the brothers and the sisters that surround you when you're going through your times. How well you gonna use your resources that surround you. When your house is crumbling, when your family's crumbling, when your mindset is crumbling, how well you gonna utilize it?
He's joking.
Because guess what? I'm sorry.
He's joking.
Because guess what? The only thing that's gonna preserve you is wisdom.
Yeah.
Finish it, and and I'll finish it, yeah.
Finish it and then let's jump back. Let's go through it.
Slock
Was
Go.
Messiah
He was getting
chapter
presumptuous.
10? I am.
Height. Go ahead,
Go ahead.
read.
Was Messiah chapter 10 verse 4, last precept. And directed the course of the righteous and a piece
Wisdom
of
does
wood.
what?
Direct the course of the righteous.
See, wisdom is going to direct the course of the righteous.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's about being directed in unstable times. What direction are we going? Are we going towards the instability? Or are we trying to come about the instability?
I'm gonna use another. Can I use another example?
Yeah.
Because this is dope. It says it directs your course, right? It says it directs your course in a small piece of wood of small value. You know, I'm gonna use this floor as an example that we're working on. We started tackling the floor and it was very hard. It was harder than what we thought. We didn't realize like what the people did, right? So we're doing it, and while we're doing it, we're like, okay, this isn't working. So while we're doing it, I'm like, okay, there has to be a better way to do this. Well, what do we have on deck? Out of everything that we have back there, the little tools that we got, what can we use? The Most High gotta have something here for us to use to do the job better. So let's put our minds together and see what method is gonna work best, because the way we're attacking it right now isn't working. So what can we do to switch it up? A lot of the times what we do, we still do the same method. We don't let wisdom direct us. It's a small piece of wood, and it'll direct you on what to do if you use it correctly. But a lot of the times we don't use it at all. We just keep doing it the same way, and that same way is not working. You see what I'm saying?
That's called insanity.
We move in an insane way.
Doing the same thing, expecting a different result.
Especially in a Category 5 storm, an EF5 tornado. You know what I'm saying? And all this madness and chaos is going on, and we still do the things that ain't working. That ain't gonna fix the problem or help us get through the problem in a better fashion. But yeah.
Jump. So write down. No, that was perfect. So Isaiah 33:6, Wisdom of Solomon 10:4. You're gonna write down. Look at the times that we're in. Right. This is like a little subtitle. I want you to go to James 5:2, and you're gonna write down financial crisis. So if money was your stability, well, let's see what the scriptures say. Right? Because you got a lot of people that, yes, we depend on money. The scriptures tell you need gold. It says gold and silver is like armor. That's what the scriptures say. It says money is a defense. But it says, but wisdom is greater than money. Right? So, do we need money? Yeah, but again, we've been talking about this thing. What happens when the financial system falls? See, the problem is this. Nobody's paying attention to what they've been doing with the financial system. How they've been implementing the one currency thing in America. How they shutting down money in other countries and going to gold and silver. They're doing this right under our faces while what? We're TikToking. At least if you're going to scroll, damn, check the news out. But you're TikToking, Facebooking, and Instagramming, and you missing all the BBC News, CNN, I don't care what you watch. But at least get in tune with what's going on so you don't fall victim to fiending for something that ain't going to be around. Read it. James 5:2.
Book of James, chapter 5:2.
Go ahead.
Your riches are corrupted.
Your what?
Your riches are corrupted.
Yeah, the dollar ain't worth what you thought it was. The dollar is not worth its weight. It's not worth the paper it's printed on. He said your money is corrupted. Go ahead.
And your garments are moth-eaten.
Right, so all these things that you can say, oh, these represent my riches, my Gucci, my Versace, Dior, Michael Merrick, all that. He said it's moth-eaten. Because what is he showing about money and riches and finance? Well, he's showing the scriptures done said it, but now we feeling it. When a bank collapses, right? Oh, and then another collapses. Then they got to bail this bank out. Oh, and then another bank collapses.
Imagine the bank collapses and your deposit is gone.
Ooh. Because they only insure like deposits like $250,000. You know that, right? Yeah, your little $15 deposit ain't. You have to count that as a loss. You have to count that as a loss.
Oh, so if it's under 250,000,
Something like that. It got to be,
No.
or is it under?
Under.
Right?
Also,
Okay.
if it's
Under
over.
200. If it's
Right.
over,
That's why the cats with money pull out.
God.
That's why the cats with money pull out, because their money is not going to be insured.
God.
But think about it. I mean, they got the pull anyway, right? But the point is this: the scriptures done said it. Now we feeling it. Read.
Verse 3. Your gold and silver
Uh
is cankered.
huh. Think about that, man. Gold and silver. He said they got cankers and it's tarnished up. I thought that was the beautiful thing about gold, that it didn't tarnish. And silver, that it kept its nice luster. Go ahead.
And the rust of them,
The what?
the rust of them
Man, ain't that something? Ain't that something? The rust of gold and silver rusting. That gotta be an act of God. Because you know why that's so cold? Because it's like, wait a minute, gold and silver ain't supposed to rust. Well, you know, America's financial system is supposed to be untouchable. The stock market, the dollar, it's strong. It's bearish, right? The dollar is bullish.
Bullish, yeah.
Is bullish going up?
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm losing in these markets, right? The dollar is bullish. They're using financial terms, but really, is it? Because when I go to the grocery store, I feel like I'm getting ran over by a bull when I push that cart with nothing in it. When I go get 3 items and spend $40,
You're in a bear market now.
yeah, bruh. When I walk into that grocery store and pull out $20 and could barely get some butter and some bread, wow, I feel like I'm going down. Now, listen, I walked into the thing and got 3 things of milk, $21. Almond milk, $21. 3 little things of milk. I almost lost it. Right? So how is the dollar going far for the Americans that live in America? When you got the Kenyan president saying, y'all better drop that dollar. It's about to be worse than toilet paper. But the scriptures already told us this, man. Like, why are we now getting frantic because they're failing in Europe? And because the dollar ain't stretching the way it used to? The Bible told us. So where should our minds be in the storm of financial crisis? Right back in this James. Right? Go ahead, read on.
shall be a witness.
Read it from the top.
Your gold and silver is cankered,
Right?
and the rust of them shall be a witness against you.
And what?
Shall be a witness against you.
Yeah, you know why it's rusting? Because it's witnessing against your greed. It's witnessing like how your mind is being rusty. It's showing you where your mind's at. Read on.
And shall eat your flesh as it were fire.
Mm-hmm.
Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days.
Right, you heaping this treasure together for the last days, but where's the value? Psalm 73 and 12, read that. Psalm 73 and verse 12. Come on, we got more than one reader.
Book of Psalms chapter 73 and verse 12.
Go ahead.
Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world.
See that? Now you can go through the whole Psalm 73rd chapter from verse 1. I didn't want to go there. But just look at who's prospering in this world. The Bible says it's the ungodly. Why? Because of the way they're prospering. It's the way they're going about to get their gains. It's not just. Right? The work-life balance ain't balanced. I don't know why they even say the work-life balance. Like that's like it's even balanced. When you got to work 5 days and you're only off 2. When you got to work 12 hours and you got to sleep 8. That's your whole 24. You got 2 hours to do what? Use the bathroom. Just think about it. There is no balance, man. So they making all this money off of us and got us working and killing ourselves in Sodom and Egypt. And what are we doing? You know what's funny? Me and Kazaki was talking today. And he said something to me and it blew my whole face off. It blew my whole top back. And it just brought all these scriptures to my mind. But you know the way that we work, the way that blacks and Hispanics work in America, don't y'all realize that that's a curse? To work as hard as we do? Think about it. In the kingdom, are we going to be working? We'll be working on that suntan, right?
Working on them
Be
guns.
working on them guns, how to lift that Henny to my lips, that real pure grape, blood of the grape. I'm gonna be working on that, right? But we ain't gonna be working in the kingdom. So what does that tell you about now? It's a curse. Adam was cursed to have to work for his food.
Yeah.
It was a curse.
Yeah.
But you got some brothers and sisters that run to the curse. No, I gotta get to work, No, brother. No, I can't take no days off. Nope. I gotta be, cause master ain't even on your back like that. You the master now. But what are you running for? Cause you ain't working for nothing, obviously. But what are you trying to heap up riches in the last days for? When that ain't gonna matter. They give you all the movies, all the Book of Eli's, all the Hunger Games, all the Divergent, Insurgent. They give you all these Maze Runners,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Snowpiercer. They give you all these movies to show you. You got a pile of money in the corner and Castle overlooked that because what they want. They want those goods, those real things, right?
Yeah, they use
It's
the
gonna
money
be
to keep warm.
Keep warm, yeah. Money is going to be useless, man. Especially now that America, the rust of America's finances and the world is showing what they're about. Their financial system is literally dissipating before our eyes. And if that's what you're clamoring after, I mean, I gotta get this, I gotta get that. We need it. We know we need money to survive. But trust and behold, there's gonna come a time, man, when it ain't even gonna matter. You're gonna have to survive on something else. Right? So, financial. Let's deal with the food shortages. Go to Matthew 24:7. Put food shortages.
You know, also just on the finances before we go to the food. Like if you watch like a lot of those like alternative news, they've been predicting like the crash for a minute, right? And what they've been talking about is like people like buying gold and buying silver to kind of like help you
To have like a cushion?
like a cushion. Because if you buy like the gold and the silver, like say gold is like a pound of gold is like, or an ounce of gold is like $2,000, right? If the dollar falls, then that gold doesn't lose its value. So then you just exchange you exchange your gold into whatever currency is the top currency now, and you'll still be fine.
Yeah.
That's the logic of it, right?
Yep.
But if you're the one with the gold, and in your neighborhood or in your apartment complex or wherever you're at, everybody else just went completely broke, or they don't have anything, but you're fine. They can't get food to cook, but you can cook food, and they can smell your barbecue. You know what I'm saying? They can't get gas for their car, but they see you driving.
Gold ain't gonna matter.
Your gold ain't gonna matter then, because it's a dog eat dog world, and they're gonna come. Like people are gonna come wherever they can get it. So if you got it, they're coming for you. So what is gonna protect you from that? What's gonna stop that?
Bro, in the Book of Eli, the cat traded cat oil for some boots.
What stops that?
Come on now, think about it.
Some wet wipes.
He traded cat oil. He killed the cat and drained the fat. He traded cat oil for some boots and some wet wipes. Y'all remember that? When he went into the city, he said, I got that fresh cat oil.
Got that 2 for $5 cat
He
oil.
said, I got that fresh cat oil. That dude was like,
I remember
he said,
rubbing on.
yeah, he did that. He was like, I got that fresh cat oil. And he rubbed his lips. Because your chapped lips is going to be more important than trying to haul over a gold brick. What it is that there's going to be things that are going to be put into perspective. But guess what? The point is this. The instability comes because we're not putting things in perspective beforehand. The Bible already put it in perspective.
Can I get one?
Yeah, go ahead. On the finances?
On the finances?
Go ahead, get it quick so we can...
Oh, yeah. Revelations 3:17.
Revelations,
I want to make sure I get
chapter 3, verse 17.
Uh-huh.
Because thou sayest, I am rich, and increase with goods, and have need of nothing,
Because of the next verse.
and knowest not that thou art wretched, and miserable, and poor, and blind, and naked.
No, I didn't put it.
Yeah. See, so you think you got it. You think you on board. You increasing in goods. Oh, you know what? The dollar's gonna fail. I'm buying gold now. Nah. You still pitiful, poor, blind, naked. You don't realize that no matter what you do, you're still gonna be in a messed up situation unless you got real gold, real stability, which comes from the scriptures. But I'm not gonna.
No, watch. Read the next verse.
Excuse me. Verse 18.
I'll look it up later.
I counsel thee to buy of me.
He said what?
I counsel thee to buy of
This
me.
is Yahweh Shai speaking to all of us. He said, I counsel you to buy of me what?
Gold.
What?
Gold.
He said what?
Gold.
Why is Yahweh Shai saying buy my gold? Wait. Most importantly, forget about why he's saying it. What is this gold that thou speakest of?
Con.
Right? What is this gold that if I buy, it ain't gonna rust like in James? What is this? What is this? This silver that if I buy of you, this raiment, like it talks about in Revelation. Wait, so you got a better garment that ain't gonna rust, that ain't gonna canker?
Nope.
What is this garment that thou speakest of? Christ, Yahweh Shai, me Lord. Read on.
Gold tried in the fire,
Read.
that thou mayest be rich.
Now, the gold that is speaking of, who knows what it's speaking of? Let's see if y'all with us. What gold is he talking about? Huh?
Life.
No. What's he talking about?
The wisdom.
Nope. Gold tried in the fire. What is that?
Is it test?
Nope. Well, you're close, but just think about it. Who's gonna be tried in the fire?
We are
What about us?
our spirits.
Our faith. So this gold that we supposed to buy, it's the faithful, man. It's the ones that are gonna go through these unstable times and be able to come out uncharred, unburnt, unwavering. Y'all see this? This is cold, man. I'm getting chills over here. This is real life.
Con.
He said, buy, read it again, man.
I counsel thee to buy of me.
Right, because in much counsel there's safety. Right? You got Yahweh Shai giving you straight counsel. Ain't that what y'all wanted? Well, I'm gonna let Jesus tell me. Well, he's telling you right now.
I'm gonna pray on it,
I'm
brother.
gonna pray on it. But Jesus out of his own mouth is telling you to do what?
To buy of me.
Go ahead.
Gold tried in the fire.
What else?
That thou mayest be rich.
Go ahead.
And white raiment.
And what?
And white
Wait,
raiment.
but you just said about the raiment getting cankers and decaying. What's so special about your raiment, Jesus? Read on.
That thou mayest be clothed.
Yeah, because by the time you put on that Versace all over your body, what, you think you're gonna be able to, like, that's gonna do something for you in the last day? You're gonna trade off the Versace belt for your life? Nah, ain't nobody gonna care about Versace. Cats gonna be blowing their nose with that, using that as head rags in the hot of the heat, sweating through the silks. He said, buy raiment and gold. Go ahead.
And that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear.
Go ahead.
And anoint thine eyes with eye salve,
Right.
that thou mayest see. As many as I love, I rebuke.
Right. So let's ponder on this gold and raiment. Right? Well, if we're the gold that's tried in the fire, and it's our faith that's being proven, what are we buying? What are we buying into? That's what you got to ask yourself.
What are we investing in?
That's what I was going to say. Because really, that was going to be the name of the class. That's what I have it on my thing. Where is your investment? That's what I named the class. Right? But what are you going to invest in? Well, he's telling you to invest in yourselves. Invest the right way. It ain't about the stock market. It ain't about any market. What are you going to be when those things are gone? What have you invested in and built up? When everything crashes and it comes burning down, you going to be able to stand before Christ? And really stand? They say the righteous stand bold as a lion. The wicked flee. Some of us is gonna be, nope, I don't want to. I can't get judged right now. Can I get some more time, please? Nah, the time is now. Y'all see this? Let's jump back. Let's go to the food. Food shortages. I'm just giving you a few examples of things, and we're an hour in. Food shortages. Matthew 24:7.
This book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 7.
Go ahead.
For nation shall rise against nation.
Right, can we see that? Wars, rumors of wars, right? Go ahead.
And kingdom against kingdom.
Go ahead.
And there shall be famine.
Again, if you're oblivious, America is beefing with Israel right now because of Israel's policies. Syria is teaming up with Iran. They've been beefing for years. Iran and Saudi Arabia, they're in league. But then you got China and Russia. But then you got China and Russia beefing with America, right? But then you got Ethiopia versus Eritrea. Then you got Morocco versus South Morocco. I could go through all these different. There's countries at war that I bet you that y'all don't even know.
You got Syria. You got the
You said Syria, the civil war in Syria, the civil war in Israel, Gaza Strip, they fighting over that. Muslims versus Jews, fake Jews. They sending missiles over the bridge. Oh, they just throwing missiles over a wall. Gotcha. It's like hot potato. Your turn. Boom. Every day they're knocking down 30 missiles. And it's a wall that separates these people, man. It's insane. Well, we didn't even talk about the Civil War in America. What, y'all thought we were really at peace? America is in civil war. They prove it every single day. With their government, their policies. The transgender versus straight people. The whole LGBT, LMNOP versus the world. That's civil war. It's civil unrest. There's protests going on all across this place, man. If there's some form of protest. Listen, they protest in the metaverse. Did y'all know that? Right. But yeah, y'all saying what? They're gonna watch more news.
You want to know? Oh, sorry.
When things happen here on this earth, what they'll do, like when Apple's whole building phones in China and doing all that, bro, they have people that they build a universe and they go and they'll protest in front of an Apple store in the metaverse, and that's getting people's attention. Look it up, and because the metaverse is real for some. That's a real universe.
Yeah. People buy land.
Listen,
in the metaverse.
You got cats that are millionaires off the metaverse. So they go protest the Sony store, the Apple store, to this store, to that store. They protesting in the metaverse. And guess what it's doing to people here? They're like, oh, they're protesting us on the metaverse. We can't have a bad name. Let's fix what we're doing here. Corey's like, nah, bro, this is insane. Con! It's retarded.
You know what's the scariest thing right now, though? The scariest thing right now is AI. Artificial intelligence.
But that's what all that metaverse, Meta been doing AI way before you thought they were.
There's this guy that did it was on World Star. He did a video where he wrote some lyrics, recorded the lyrics, and used Kanye's AI, where the AI was able to, he rapped the lyrics to the song, and he used AI to change his voice to Kanye's voice when he rapped, and it sounded just like Kanye. But then the cool part is, you know it sounds like Kanye, but then the AI makes it look like him too. So think about it. If you ain't locked into this book, you can have
a deep fake. It's called
a
deep fake.
a deep fake, man, where an Israelite cat or a leader to a camp, they could use AI with his voice and his resemblance and have him come out and say some outlandish stuff. And if you don't know that brother or that person's character, now you could be like, you'll fall for it. You see what I'm saying? That's the scariest thing for me, because they could use AI and put you in jail. You see what I'm saying? They could go and commit a crime, use AI and put your face on it with your voice, and you wouldn't even know. Did y'all see the AI that they had with Biden, where they had they had Joe Biden talking, and he was pretty much like he was addressing the nation, and he was talking, and he was like, "Yeah, we're about to go to war with Russia, yada yada yada. They did this and that, so I'm declaring war with Russia." and we're about to go to war with not just Russia but in Taiwan. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if y'all
seen
saw
that.
that
I seen
AI,
that.
but it looked so real. It didn't look nothing like. It didn't look like it was fake at all.
No.
And his voice sounded just like his voice, and you would look and just be like,
Oh, we about to go to war. Or Russia would say, oh, they teaming up. He did that.
yeah.
Let's do it.
So
It's a lot of, listen, that metaverse, y'all tripping if y'all don't know about that metaverse. That's the realest thing too right now. Because they have to replace reality with that. Because why? This reality is so trash. All the things that we're talking about. The financial system is perfect in the metaverse. Food shortage, oh, there's no such thing. Mental instability, well, we have the metaverse because we're mentally unstable here in America or here in the world. Where were you gonna go to?
Matthew 24.
Can I? Okay, go ahead, and then jump back to 7. Matthew 24 and 24.
Time. Book of Matthew chapter 24, verse 24.
Right.
For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders,
Yeah. Yep.
insomuch that if it were possible,
If it will work, go ahead.
they shall deceive the very elect.
Just like what I was bringing out with the deep fake, like, and Quadazab said, if you didn't know the person's personality or character, it would deceive the very elect. But I underlined on this scripture, if it were possible.
What makes it possible? Right?
Yeah.
What makes it possible for the elect to be deceived by a financial crisis? What makes it possible for the elect to be deceived by deep fakes and food shortages? What makes that possible? What opens up that door? Well, really, it's about that man or woman's foundation. It's where they root and ground themselves.
yeah, man.
Y'all see this? Jump back. 24 and 7. Jump down.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 7.
Perfect scripture. Go ahead.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Go ahead.
All these
Right. It says famine. Shall be famines and pestilence and earthquake in diverse places. There's famine all over this world, believe it or not. That's why they feed you corn and fillers and soy in everything you eat. That's why little boys have man boobs. Yeah, it's all that soy filler, all that estrogen they pump into you, all that soy milk. That's why women are so angry and got too much testosterone in them, because of all that soy, all that corn, all that starch, all those fillers. Just look into it. Everything you eat got cornstarch or corn. They put corn in diapers. They put corn in ketchup. High fructose corn syrup is in everything we eat. What's that doing for you? And you think, oh, well, it tastes good. And all it is just corn, the most abundantly propagated crop. It's so easy to grow. I got corn in my backyard right now. It's easy. It's easy, man, to grow corn. It's easy to grow soy. But see, the very elect is being deceived. Why? Because, well, I'm eating good. I just watched a news story. They said Americans are snacking at a high time, the highest level ever in history since the pandemic. The snack foods. They're like, yeah, what are they snacking on? Number one, guess what it is?
Oh, it's Doritos.
It's cookies. It's cookies, then chips, then ice cream.
Bro, Doritos, man.
Yeah, demons. Wait for them kids when we had them at the house and they saw that bag of Doritos. Some. That's all I heard. Some? Like some what?
Oh, my daughters.
Bro. And then they all gathered around the Doritos like they were setting up prayers. And they ran through that bowl so quick and came back like,
Oh, them chips always slap too, though.
she came back with the ball like a panhandler, shaking it. I was like, whoa, but I get it. Doritos ain't never tasted this good. Right? Then they mixing brands. They got Reese's mixed with Chips Ahoy. Doritos tasting like a whole meal. But see, what they don't tell you is that they got to give you that junk food because they can't support you any other way. They got to give you those fatty, sugary foods to do what? Fill your body with dopamine, get you happy and excited, but we're going to get you fat, unhealthy, so you can't move, so you can't fight, so you can't rebel, so you can't stand up.
Yeah.
Go to 2 Ezra 16
You know, on the
and
food,
21.
Just
We still on the food.
You know, on the food as well, man. Like, I want y'all to think about something. Like, so
Go
there's
ahead,
a
Corey.
famine. There's a famine, and what do y'all ever thought, like, because you know how like the food has destroyed our health, right? And a lot of us, unfortunately, are stuck on certain medications. And we depend on them for the medication too. So if you haven't like started like to do like a natural regimen to kind of
It's like Ottoman.
heal yourself. No, not heal, but yeah, heal or cure yourself from having to depend on their pills or whatever it is that you got to get from them. Your insulin, like your what is it called? Your dialysis. Like, what's gonna happen when crap hits the fan, and we're really screwed. And you can't you can't go and get dialysis. You can't go and get your insulin because there's an insulin shortage now.
You know how much
You know what I'm saying?
insulin costs?
And not just that, but just everything. Like, you can't get your medications for your high blood pressure. You can't get your medication for whatever it is, whatever physical ailment that you're dealing with. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like, what's gonna happen when that goes down the drain, man? I remember my grandma, before she passed,
People gonna die.
she had this thing. She had a little pill thing, man, that she'll open up.
The pill box
The pill box. She'll open up the pill box.
30
She's
pills.
popping all these pills every day.
in one day.
just to I guess move around. But it's like,
And then the
but,
side
but
effects.
she's still eating bad though. You know what I'm saying? She was eating pork and all that. But
God.
we're in the truth, and we're eating clean. But even though we're eating clean, we still eating bad. So it's like we still got physical ailments and health issues, but where we do gotta unfortunately fall subject to their medications. What's gonna happen when the medications stop?
Yeah.
Because America gets too poor to
Insulin.
buy the medications and to get them.
You know how much insulin costs? It is the most expensive medicine on the market.
Wow.
Man,
It's like $700 a vial. It's insane. It's that, like, y'all are like, whoa, it's that high? Listen, they're doing an insulin thing in California where it's gonna be $100, and they cannot wait. They cannot wait, and they say this is not gonna happen until next year. Insulin is the highest thing where people are like, wait a minute. This insulin is so high, I gotta now figure out, do I get gas in the car or get insulin? Do I get groceries or insulin? I'm serious. These are the things I listen to in the news, like on podcasts and things like that, because these are the real things that's affecting people. Like, you would never know insulin was hitting that hard until, guess what? You gotta shoot it up. You better go get you a garden. You better learn how to grow some. I'm telling you.
yeah, man.
It's coming to that point when the medication fails and you still got crappy health. What are we gonna do? What's the first thing they gonna do when it really pops off? Where they going? What's the two spots people go to when it pops off? Guns and medicine, man. Guns and supplies. They're gonna run to the gun shop, loot that, and they're gonna run to the Rite Aid and get all the pills, all the antibacterials. They're gonna go grab all those. Anybody that knows anything.
Yeah.
Niggas are gonna go run for a TV.
And some Gucci belt.
Yeah, niggas is running for TVs and Gucci. Guess where I'm headed? To the Rite Aid and the CVS. Let me go get some of these bandages and meds. Because you never know. Just watch, listen, all you gotta do is watch, again, all the doomsday shows. And what's the first thing they do when they go to the house? They go into the neighborhood and, man, we wonder if anybody's here. And they pull their gun out, got the strap, right? And they clear the house. First thing they look for, medication and food. Medication and food. They hit them cabinets. Bathroom cabinets. Kitchen cabinets. Oh, check the date. Date don't matter. We need this. We need supplies. We need things that's going to keep life going. But see, they keep bamboozling us with fake food, right? So, read where we at. We got to get through this, man.
Second address, 16 and 21.
Wait, pause. So, should we read the label when we buy our food? Yeah, you should. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked how much they change words to get you to eat pork. shrimp, crab, lobster. How much junk is in the food. How they got household cleaners nestled in there. Some with your cereal. Like, why you got household cleaners and things that strip paint in the bread? How much sugar is in every single thing? Why is there sugar in bread? Why is there sugar in ketchup? Why is there sugar in oatmeal? Why is there sugar in milk? They put sugar in everything, and you wonder why your kids boop, 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 off the wall. Boop, 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 boop. Can't keep their mind focused. But read the 2 Ezra 16:21.
2 Ezra 16:21.
Read loud.
Behold,
Victuals.
victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth.
And that's what they're doing. They're giving you cheap food, and you think like, oh, a drought, a famine. Nah, that 4 for $4. That 4 for $4 from Wendy's don't never stop. I ain't never seen Chick-fil-A run out of burgers.
God.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You haven't seen Chick-fil-A run out of that trash. They always gonna have 4 for $4s for your ass. That's the problem. They gonna give you 4 for $4s. But listen, go get some real nutritious salad greens. Can't find it because there's no nutrition. There's not the same abundance of nutrition, but they'll give you a big old apple the size of your face.
Yeah.
But that nutrition content is real low. You're better off drinking water. Ain't no minerals in the apples. They'll tell you. Fruit these days are bigger and less nutritious, when back then they were smaller and more nutritional. They were more dense with nutrition. So what's going on? Well, because we got a GMO and mass produce everything and keep people fed. We at the point now where they're just filling you up with junk. But what is that doing? Read on. Victuals so cheap on the earth. Go ahead.
That they shall think themselves to be in good case.
And that's the thing. We think we good. I'm good, man. Look, bro. Whataburger, this, that. Oh, no, you know what? Beyond Meat Burger. I'm going to get that. That's the more nutritious choice. All that soy. And you got men growing breasts. Go look into it.
Man.
Y'all think it's a game.
Like what was saying, men get the most breast reduction.
The men get the most breast reductions out of men and women. Did y'all know that? Yes. Yes. Especially this generation of 30-year-olds. Because they did experiments on the 30-year-olds when they were 30 years ago when they were babies. And that whole Enfamil, Isomil, Similac push, it was filled with soy. They know that soy changes frogs from a boy to a girl. They know that. So what's it doing in your body? Well, it's giving men breasts and it's making women angry. Because what it does for a woman, too much soy, it gives her testosterone. And then she's just an angry little monster. Right? But we think because we can eat a lot of stuff and we got different varieties and they put halal and kosher. They got kosher pork.
Oh, man.
They got kosher, pig anus. The worst part of the pork, the pig butt. Oh, how you kosher that?
I ain't eat it.
They look
You
like
mean you don't know you
cherries.
can eat that? Esau show you that you can eat anything. They show you that listen, that you can eat people if you want to. You cook it right. It all tastes like chicken to them. Right? But because it's so cheap, we think that we're in good case. Go ahead.
And even then shall evils grow upon earth.
But it's getting evil out here in these days, man. The evil is coming through some of the food. The death rate, hypertension, blood pressure, heart attacks. Go ahead.
Sword.
Right?
Famine.
Wait, what?
Famine.
Huh?
Famine.
Read.
And great confusion.
And great what?
Confusion.
And great what?
Confusion.
Let's go into that now. This mental instability. Write that down. Being mentally unstable. And where is that coming in? Well, let's go to 1 Timothy 4:1. 1 Timothy 4 verse 1. This, like, cats are mentally unstable, man. Why? Why is there a mental unrest amongst, man, bro, you even see it, I hate to say it, but you even see it in the Israelite community. And this is why. Watch. 1 Timothy 4 verse 1.
1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 1.
Pop that.
Now,
Go ahead.
now, the Spirit speaketh expressly
Go ahead.
that in the latter time
Go ahead.
some shall depart from the faith.
Some are going to do what?
Depart from the faith.
The faith is about being stable. The faith, being faithful, is about having your mental in line with what you're trying to align it to. Right? Or unless you're just an infidel, unfaithful, wavery, tossed to and fro with every what? With every wind. They said that he's going to depart from the faith. Go ahead.
Giving heed to seducing spirits.
Wait, who's going to come along?
Seducing spirits.
Yeah, you're going to get seduced, sis. You're going to get seduced, bro. If your mental ain't locked in, what else? Go ahead.
And the doctrine of devils.
Wait, how do they come about doing this?
The doctrine of devils.
Yeah. See, if you're not rooting yourself in sound doctrine, the things that you've been assured of, you're gonna be seduced and you're gonna be drugged from one idea to the next, and that makes one mentally unstable. It says an unstable man. What does it say?
Double-minded man.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Get that from me. James. Yeah, it's James. Man, I ain't had that in here, but it just hit me. No, I didn't have it. I didn't get a chance to even. No, look at it. I didn't get a chance to even add to this point. Freestyle. You know when you got a freestyle battle?
It's James 1:8.
I'm freestyling the devil right now. I'm freestyling Satan right now with these scriptures. Right?
This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 8.
Go ahead, read.
A double-minded man
Right?
is unstable in all his ways.
Yeah, a double-minded man, a double-minded woman, a double-minded child. But where does the instability come in? Well, because of seducing spirits and running after all these different ideas, thoughts, and doctrines. They say every man got a doctrine, every man got a psalm, every man got an idea. But who's going to be faithful to the word, man? Who's going to stand on their square and really fight for what they believe in? Because what do they say in the world? You don't stand for something, you fall for anything?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who's going to stand and believe? Or are we going to let mental instability guide us? And where is it coming from? TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Your mama said, your daddy said. Well, don't believe her because she don't know. Well, Kenneth said. Well, no, because my Jesus said. Yeah, so they all said, but ain't nobody agreeing. Ain't nobody agreeing with the Bible. Because your mama said one thing, but that don't line up. White Jesus told you another thing, but we know he's wrong. Right? The Prophet Muhammad, Elijah, all of them, we know that. Wait a minute, what's going on with them? They talking about 7-year-old girls and having 40 virgins in heaven after you blow something up. So, I mean, we following that? Just waiting for y'all to say no. I mean, unless we doing that.
Nah.
Because don't sign me up. Don't sign me up on that. I'm gonna stay with Jesus.
The real one.
I'm gonna stay with Black Jesus. Right? But we gotta really check our spirit on this, man. What are you being seduced by? What's dragging you and dragging your mind from one thought to the next with no profit? Vain thinking. Vain ideas. Well, what are you giving to your mental is the question. Watch, read on.
Verse 2. Speaking lies.
Speaking what?
Speaking lies.
Because you believe in lies. This is the problem. This is the problem. Why is there instability? Because too many lies are being believed. Cat's got too many itching ears. You want to hear this from this guy, this from this guy. You know, I'm going to ask him, I'm going to see, I'm going to put it all together and to see what opinions I get. Nah, that's not how that works. Have one counselor of 1,000. Know who you're going to. You got some that'll counsel for their own profit. Stop listening to the lies, man. Go ahead.
Speaking lies and hypocrisy.
Yeah, because Esau will tell you, oh no, we're not in a depression. It's all good. Well, guess what?
Better than session.
Well, then guess what? Why is it costing so much for me to put gas in my car? Why is that shopping basket getting smaller and smaller? Why is my pantry empty? Why can I hear the hum of my fridge? Because it's empty. I open it, it's like, hello in there.
There's an echo.
Because ain't no food taking up the space.
It's not smiling at you.
Yeah.
You know, you're not opening your fridge smiling? Like, oh,
Yeah. Oh, I got this.
Like, what do I eat?
You open the fridge like, man, how the hell am I gonna turn this crap into something palatable? So I gotta mix the ketchup with the.
You have to eat ketchup and rice, honey and rice,
Yeah, you back to ice sandwiches.
barbecue and rice.
You back to ice sandwiches.
I never did them.
You never did ketchup
Oh,
and rice, sugar
bro,
rice?
ketchup and rice.
No, I never did an ice sandwich.
Yeah, that's real.
And I didn't do
extreme.
ketchup and rice either. But
You never did like the ramen noodles without the microwave, just eat it raw.
Con. That's a
I've
Jamaican
done
thing.
that before.
That's a Jamaican thing. We like put that on the side of the plate for some reason and just go in.
garnish the plate.
Yeah, you just garnish the plate with that with no seasoning.
Dang.
Right? Go ahead, read. Go ahead, read. Where we at?
Speaking lies
Uh-huh.
in hypocrisy.
In hypocrisy. How do we know? Because you could see the hypocrisy. I'm gonna say one thing and do another. Go ahead.
Having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Go ahead.
Forbidding to marry.
Go ahead.
And commanding to abstain from meat.
Yeah, they'll come with this outlandish doctrine. And all of a sudden, we're supposed to be vegetarians. You're wicked if you eat meat. You know what? If you got more than one rib, it's a sin. Wait, what? Oh, hold up, brother. You gotta break that down and show me that. Cause I can't wait. I gotta be stable in this thing. You gotta show that. Prove all things. Go ahead.
Which Yahweh hath created.
Because the Most High created the meats for Thanksgiving. Meats for the belly and belly for the meats. Read.
To be received.
To do what?
To be received.
So why are you telling me to not receive what the Most High created? In righteousness, under the law.
Can I just say?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, just on like the food thing, like you could watch YouTube and you can see people that's like really into the food thing, and you can even meet them. But this is usually my experience with people that's like super into the foods or super into like being a vegan.
You're coming.
Not trying to discredit anybody from being a vegan or anything like that, but they're so like deep into it. It's almost like that becomes their god.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Where that's where the Most High no longer is the thing that's leading you. Like your whole life is now revolved and surrounded by you eating a certain type of way.
Yep.
And being a certain type of way. You see what I'm saying? And I'll give y'all something crazy. Not to discourage anybody from the way that they're eating. If it's according to the book, then it's according to the book. But I got an uncle who is mid-40s, late 40s. He's a vegan. He's been a vegan for like 20 years. And this guy caught diabetes. He caught diabetes and he's been a vegan. So how did that happen? But
Because that's not the cure.
it's not the, you know what I'm saying? But people will, push that a lot. And even like working out, like you'll see people pushing, the people that are like super into workouts. Y'all ever seen the dude David Goggins? If y'all seen David Goggins, if y'all don't know about David Goggins, look him up on YouTube. He's a dude that wanted to become a Navy SEAL.
Oh,
but
right.
he was almost 300 pounds, or was 300 pounds. He lost 100 pounds in 3 months, went through the whole Navy SEAL training, and he runs like miles every day. He'll run 7 miles, and he'll say that's a light day. To run 7 miles every day, plus all the workouts that he does. And I'm sitting here like, you're no longer a Navy SEAL. What you doing all that for? What's the end result of it? But his mind is so geared into doing all that I'm like, man, if your mind was geared like that towards the scriptures and geared towards serving the Most High like that, you will be an
angel.
You'll be an angel. You'll be a prophet, and that's what you see with these people and what they give themselves to. Like they give their minds to it so much, man, and they become so disciplined to the carnal that it's like, man, if you would just do that for the spirit, all that time and effort and energy and focus and dedication that you put in for that, if only you could do that to the Most High and to His Spirit, you will be a monster. And this is the cold part. You don't see too many people that can do that. That can be that discipline and give it all to the Most High. You see what I'm saying? Like when I look at David Goggins, I'm like, I like that. That's dope. But I want to do that for the Most High. I don't want to do that. I don't know what the hell he's running for at this point. He out there running. Stay hard.
No, but you know what's crazy? On the flip end, you got cats like C.T. Fletcher. You got Kali Muscle. If you guys know who these dudes are, these cats had heart attacks.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger had triple bypass heart surgery.
He too big.
He was Mr. Universe. No, he had clogged arteries. Cali muscle, clogged arteries, bro. Too much cholesterol in their body. This cat been working out since he was 16. This dude is swole. Cali muscle is swole. This dude's big. And he had to go sit there and get heart surgery. C.T. Fletcher, I forgot what happened with him. I know he had, I think he got cancer. C.T. Fletcher, I think he got cancer. And he had to go vegan. And he was a bodybuilder builder. Like, these guys was power lifters. So it's showing you, like, all that giving yourself to this or that, it's not going to benefit you, because that's not what we got to give ourselves to gain this stability, this mental stability. It says bodily exercise profit little. Right? It's very little on the regimen of what Most High ain't coming like, yo, how much deadlifts did you do? So how many pull-ups? Like, you think that one, like, okay, so to get into heaven, brothers pull-up competition. I ain't getting in. I can only do like a half a pull-up. I ain't gonna lie. I can only do like a half a pull-up. So I'm like, so if it's on that, I'm gonna go home now, right?
Probably hit 3 and call it a day.
I might try to push myself to 1 because Christ is in front of me. Right? But bro, that's all I got. Like, I don't got pull-ups in me. But that's not what it's about. Right? So let's do this real quick for time. Write down 2 Timothy 3 verse 1. I know you said you had somewhere to go. No. Okay. So mental instability. Write down 2 Timothy 3 verse 1. And it goes with the same tone as 1 Timothy 4 and 1. The last days, perilous times, right? And what's going to happen? Well, all these people trading, lovers of themselves, covetous, boasters, all these things that promote mental instability, right?
Yeah.
So let's write the next point. The next point is, where should we invest during the times of plenty? You know, when you got dough and like, oh man, the Most High, man, my tax return was bigger than I thought, or oh man, they gave me a bonus on my check. You got options, right? You say, well, oh, you know what, man, I can store this in the bank. I can hit the bar. I can get some extra food. I can throw it in my Forex account. I can throw it on some stocks, some crypto, this, that, right? You got options.
Yep.
Because you got that bulk. You got that plenty.
Surplus.
You got that surplus, right? Like Joseph in Egypt. When they had the 7 years of plenty. But what did Joseph do? Well, the Most High gave him the plan to store things up, right? And they made silos, and they made them waterproof, pest-proof, mold-proof, right? So that what? Nothing could come in there and corrupt the grain. For 7 years, they stored wheat. For the next 7 years, that was going to be nothing growing. Think about that. Think about how much was stored up. But the question is, this ain't about wheat. This ain't about Forex. This ain't about money. Where should you be investing in these times? This is the time of plenty. Don't y'all get it? This is the time when y'all get plenty of class, plenty of counsel. Hey, Shalom, you need some, yeah, hey, brother, yeah, come on. Hey, Shalom says, you need something? Oh, yep. You know, because this and this. Oh, you know what? Well, the scriptures say go here, and the Most High, and remember, love, unity, and brotherhood, and be around, and, right? Oh, the kids need attention. Let's give the kids attention. Oh, your rib needs a counsel. Okay, let's all get together and have a counsel. Right, let's all get together, hold hands, right? We get to go to movies together. We get to eat together. Feast days coming up. Passover, right? We get to drive out. Ain't nothing restricting us from these investments. That's the coldest part. These investments I'm about to talk about, ain't nothing restricting you.
Yeah.
But you. Nothing's telling you to not do this. But you. Tobit 4 and 7. So, where should I invest during these times of plenty? First point, alms. Alms deeds. Tobit 4 and 7, read it.
Tobit chapter 4 verse 7.
Go ahead.
Give alms.
Do what?
Give alms.
Now, what is alms? See, y'all always asking for money. No. They're alms deeds. So it's not always money, because Tobit did alms deeds, and he was burying dead brothers and burying dead sisters. So what is it? It's charitable acts towards those that need it. It's not give alms to Quadazah. Read it again.
Give alms of thy
Right,
substance.
doesn't mean you got to do it towards me. Or Lakarab or Kazaki or Zion. What about towards each other? You know what the coldest part is? I'm going to say this, and I don't care. I'm going to say this. You got brothers that are out of the state that are getting Passover garments done. And it's been going on for how many years? A few. Has any one of them brothers thought, you know what? Let's do something nice for the sisters. Let's send them a gift card for them to hit the spot. Just asking. They're making y'all's garment. Has the thought been there? I get it. Okay, you know what? I know we in these financial times and cats is broke. Cut back the Starbucks. Cut back the extra trip to the liquor store. Cut back the extra burger meal. Right? You cut those back 3 days in a row, and there goes $40. Because one meal is $15. So let's not cap. A 6-pack is $10. Right? And Starbucks, we know that's insane. I don't even. The brother gave me this; it was free. I'm pretty sure this was like $100. Right? It looked like it was very rich. Like you got to have dough for that.
They put rubies in there.
They put dragon fruit, right? Put some exotic fruits. Like we charging you for this. The point is, are we looking at each other and saying, "Man, this is what's going on over here for me"? Am I doing something for the ones that's doing something for me? Am I even considering them? Am I even considering them? I know what we did for the sisters. What did we do for the sisters because of the hard work that they did? We took on the cooking for a feast day, for 2 days. Right? We said, look, we're going to make sure that we cook, give the sisters a break, show some appreciation. That's what we did. But it's because we're thinking. Right? That's one example. And I'm not trying to say this to make nobody feel bad, make anybody feel crappy. You're going to call me tomorrow. Oh, I didn't like that. Nah. Don't do that. Because it's not what this is about. This is about reminding brothers and sisters, where are you investing? Because you're being invested into. Don't y'all get it? Every day we come up here. Every day I answer my phone. Every day Kazakia, Zion, Bakar, Shatquat, these brothers. Every time they answer your text, phone call, every time you see their face, it's an investment. Con. It's a righteous investment. But now are we looking at each other and saying, wait a minute, man, look, I see this is going on with the bro. Let me check on that. Boom. Yeah, man, bro, I got you. Look, I got it, so I got you. I might not got it, but let me even inquire. Kind words. It's not just material things, right? It's not about material things. It's the thought. Go ahead.
And when thou givest alms,
Right?
let not thine eye be envious.
Right. See, it's about the thought. When I give this, man, you know what? I need that back. And, you know, guys putting me under that pressure of giving, man, but what's going to happen to me? Man, hope the Most High is looking.
I hope the Most High is looking.
Go ahead, read.
Neither turn thy face from any poor,
Go ahead.
and the face of the Most High shall not be turned away from thee.
Verse 8.
If thou hast abundance,
Somebody else get Tobit 12 and 8. Go ahead. If you have abundance,
give alms
you say
accordingly.
give according to the abundance. Like, you ain't got to do no extra mile. No craziness. If you got little, give. Listen, I got a little bit, man. The brother hit me with a drink. Like, hey, you want the con? Give a prophet a cup of water, you get a prophet's reward. I was thirsty too, and I wanted something refreshing. Right on time. Right on time, man. Oh yeah, I'll take the drink. It's tasty. Go ahead.
If thou have but a little,
Go ahead.
be not afraid to give according to that little.
Right, because that's what it's about. It's not about nobody being defrauded on any level. But there's always somebody that's giving. And the situations that we be in, man, it's like there's some that give more than others. Their time. You know, listen, my house is the garment house. Sisters ain't leaving out here till 3, 4 in the morning. 3, 4 in the morning. His rib, my rib, they be the last ones in there. 3, 4 in the morning. to wake up and gotta go do what? Right at work at 5, 6 in the morning. Just to go to work, just to get off, just to head right back to my house. But nobody's considering. I get to see it. But there gotta be a consideration like, dang, these sisters is they putting in a brick. They're working, right? And it's not always like this, but think about it. Think about it. Every brother in here is fringed up. Glory in their glorious garment. Every garment I got on, a sister done made. I can't sew. I can't sew. I can't. The whole work uniform, sisters. Everything, right? Sisters. We got to be thinking more like, man, how can we alleviate and relieve and add and give back? That's all it's about. Watch. I'm going to show y'all. 12 and 8. Go ahead.
And I was going to say also, too, because you were hitting on the point of like, man, I wonder if the Most High is seeing this.
Yeah.
I'm going to show y'all something, man. Like, you know when you give something, you can't even like think of is it bad to think like, man, I hope the Most High is seeing this?
Yep.
Or is it bad to, expect something from return from the Most High?
Shouldn't be a thought.
It shouldn't even be a thought. Because you should just, the whole point is to be able to just do it out of love, out of like seeing, you know what, this is needed, let me give this. You know what, did this for me, I appreciate what you did. Here, let me do this for you. You see what I'm saying? So that should be a mind of, that's the mind that the Most High wants us to have, I should say. It's not just that, I'm doing it because I'm expecting something back from the Most High. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was what I had. Go ahead.
Tobit 12 and 8.
Tobit chapter 12 verse 8.
Right?
Prayer is good with fasting.
Right?
And alms.
Right?
And righteousness.
Right. So if you do the alms and do these good deeds, you got to have a little bit of prayer, righteousness, a little bit of fasting. It all goes hand in hand, right? We're focusing on this alms deeds. Go ahead.
A little with righteousness is better than much with unrighteousness.
Go ahead.
It is better to give alms than to lay up gold.
You see that? It's better to give alms and do towards each other than to try to store up gold. That's not going to do nothing in the day, because what did it say in James? That's going to rust. That's going to canker. Right? So, alms deeds. Touch that real quick. Unity. Next point. Unity. Remember, we're under what should we invest in during the time of plenty? Alms, doing towards each other. Unity. These are sub-points. The alms is a sub-point. The unity is a sub-point. Ephesians 4 and 1. Go ahead.
Ephesians chapter 4 verse 1.
We're going to speed up so we can not be here till 10. I'm going to speed up, talk less, more scriptures. Y'all write it down. Read.
I therefore, the prisoner of the Most High,
Go ahead.
beseech you that ye walk worthy
Right.
of the vocation wherewith ye are
So
called.
before you can unify, you gotta walk worthy in your position. Before you can get together with everybody, I just want to kick it with brothers. Well, wait a minute. Are you holding your position? Are you holding your standard? Are you walking worthy of the things that you know? It's important. Because what's the point of getting together if you're gonna be a beast? If you're gonna move like an animal? Doesn't make sense, right? That's why it's hard for some brothers to unify, because they don't want to walk worthy of anything. They don't want to be held accountable for anything. So when it is time to get together, I don't want y'all to see me. I can't do it like how y'all doing it. And we ain't no better than nobody. That's not what I'm saying. But the point is walking worthy of what you've been called to do. Why do we unify? We're not unifying in the name of video games, are we? Are we unifying in the name of just kicking it? You know what? Let's just shoot the breeze. We unify to be found worthy and to walk worthy in the calling. But now you know why it's so hard for some. Hey, we getting together for flyers. Flyers? Huh? Like, how you think you came in? Hey, we getting together for... What? Workout? I would have no such thing. What are you talking about, brother? So what you want to do? None? You sound like just chilling. Sound like, bro, man. You just want to get together and do nothing? Well, you can stay home for that. No, let's read. Come on.
Verse 2. With all lowliness and meekness.
So it got to be in a low, meek spirit. Humble. That's all it's saying. Go ahead.
With long suffering.
And why do we got to long suffer when we gather? Why do we got to long? Because guess what? A brother might not be on the same page. He might move a certain type of way. And you got to long suffer his what? His misstep. The Bible is telling you right here, you can't just give up on people. You got to suffer that misstep. You got to suffer that mishap, that offense. I got to long suffer that. Really? Ooh. Dang. See? Unity ain't that easy, is it? Read.
Forbearing.
Do what?
Forbearing.
Here it is right here. I got to long suffer and forbear what?
One another.
Yeah. Because of those missteps. So y'all, it's not because we got the Bible that we're automatically perfect and glowing. First of all, you got the Bible because you're not perfect. He said he called the base things of the world to confound the wise. He didn't call you because you were glowing and because you knew something. I'm not up here because I knew something. He said I call sinners to repentance. So what do we think we was here for? We all trying to get right. Read on.
In love.
In what?
In love.
But now I got to forbear this brother and really have love and charity. Forbear this sister and really have love, charity, meekness, lowliness. Right? When a brother falls, it says do what? Restore one in the spirit of what? Meekness. Go ahead.
Endeavoring to keep the unity.
So wait. So I got to be offended. Brothers got to step on my shoes. But I got to keep endeavoring? I ain't never read this.
This is what Israelites don't have in the world.
Yeah.
And this is what we Israelites still don't have
in the truth.
And if y'all are paying attention, this is what it is that we're trying to get. Like, people don't have this in the world, man.
You know why this is important right now in the abundance? Because there's not going to be a time for you to work on this in the end. Like when the chariots is flying and angels is going around and ripping people's faces off, you're not going to be able to say, you know what, let's unify. You know what, let's come together. What? Too late.
You know what's cold is the only time people actually do this in the world is because of a job and because they know that they need the job to pay their bills. So they long suffer a cat that they don't want to work with. They endeavor.
Oh yeah, cause when they come home from work,
because and then when they come home from work, like you said, like man, I can't stand right. But you do it because
it's like, why you put up with it then?
Because you're trying to get that paycheck.
That paycheck is.
But it's like,
man, I'm about to get that promotion, man.
But it shows like when a person can't do it in the truth or for the scriptures, it shows that you ain't thinking about heaven. You know, like this is such a beautiful scripture. I was looking at it while y'all were reading. It's like it tells you that you got to walk, but then it tells you how to walk. So it tells you with lowliness and meekness. So what does that mean? That means that you're gonna be put in positions for you to exercise your lowliness and meekness.
Yep.
And for you to be lowly and meek, that means that's not fun. Like Moses was the meekest man on earth. Why? Because the whole Israelite nation was about. One of the reasons why is because the whole Israelite nation was about to stone him.
Yep.
But he still kept his lowliness and meekness.
Read.
His own sister and brother was talking crap to him, and he still kept his meekness. So what does that mean? What does that mean for y'all? What does that mean for us? That means that people gonna rub you the wrong way. That means people gonna offend you. That means that all these different things is gonna happen. You gotta stay meeked up. You see what I'm saying?
That means when the pressure starts to hit and the instability starts to turn up around us, we got to do more of this. Endeavoring. It's a painstaking mental and physical effort. It's about exertion. It tells you it's a mental and physical exertion. So you know when you go work out and you exert yourself, you leave out that gym like, dang, that was a great workout. And guess what? You can barely walk to the car because you're so tired. I gotta walk to the car now. Dang, but that workout was banging. I needed that. That's how you should feel trying to get together with brothers and sisters, trying to get on the same mind and judgment. This is what we should be doing because guess what? Mentally, some of us done checked out. And what do we gotta do? Well, we gotta exert ourselves to check them back in and to not get checked out with them. That's what this is telling us.
You know, last thing. I know we're trying to move on. I got a question to ask y'all. When's the last time any of y'all suffered? Suffered. In Jamaica, you hear that word a lot, suffer, because
Sufferation.
people said they were suffering. You hear it in the music a lot because you're suffering. In Jamaica is extreme poverty.
Extreme.
You know, like
Extreme.
kids didn't have shoes.
Don't-
Kids couldn't go to school
Yeah.
because they couldn't afford it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
Uniform, all that.
people didn't have food to eat. So when was the last time you suffered? Now I'm not talking about like food and clothes and all that. Can you really like just sit back and think of the last time you actually suffered? Besides going to the gym and suffering through that pain?
In the day of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of suffering.
See, that's the thing about America. America has made it so comfortable for us here that we hate the thought of even having to suffer. We hate the thought of even having to go through something that is not comfortable. So when it comes to people, the thought of like not being comfortable with a person, that's not even something that we want to deal with. You see what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna put ourselves in a position to have to long suffer. Long suffering is not fun. You see what I'm saying? It's not fun. But your mind has to switch over to where, you know, you gotta see the end goal.
Vegetables aren't fun, but they're needed. Right?
Yeah.
Eating healthy it ain't fun, but it's needed. That's what's gonna keep you going. Right? Sacrifice ain't fun, but that's needed. So this ain't about fun or what you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta cancel that thought out of us. Oh, damn, they logged off, right? So, oh yeah, they logging down. Them numbers is dropping. Finish it. Endeavoring to keep the unity. Go ahead.
Of the Spirit and the bond of peace.
Yeah, because that's what it should be. We should be bounded in the spirit of unity and peace. We should be fighting for that, especially right now. Why? Because when you do have to link up with a brother through circumstance, when the finances fail, when you ain't got no food, when you ain't got no mental health, and a brother got to link up with you to get you right. If you didn't fight for these things now,
How you gonna do it?
how are you going to do it in a time when it's really, really needed? If you didn't invest, we all want return on our investment, right? But if you didn't invest in the right way, how you going to get some returns? You will get some returns, but not what you thought. Yeah, you going to get some. Let's deal with the next point, communication. No, not the communication. No, I gotta talk. Well, you know, I'm just an invert. Okay, join the club, brother. Like the other 50 billion Israelites. We're all inverts. It's like an Israelite condition. You know, I just say, used to talk con. Join the club. Join the club, sis. Right? You got privacy issues. You got this, you got that. Nobody cares. Right? We all got privacy issues. So what? You ready to do what's right or not? You ready to get things out of your mind or not? Hebrews 10 and 4. Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 24.
God. Hebrews chapter 10 verse 24.
Right?
And let us consider one another.
Right?
To provoke unto love.
Oh, this is actually still with the unity. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And to do good works.
Right?
Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together.
Not forsaking the assembling. Here it goes again. Don't forsake the time now that we can get together and build. Right? It ain't always about work. We get together and have some fun. Right? We do it. We got together last night, touched a little Killer Instinct, smacked on a few cats. Boom, 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 combo breaker, right? But then we handle business. Right? We actually got lost in the time, bro. That time went by so fast. It was 1:30. I'm like, oh no. Gotta get home. Right? But we handle business. We have our moments of fun. But it can't be all video games all the time, or we a bunch of waste people. We just gonna be wasting time. So we can't forsake the assembling. Go ahead.
As the manner of some is.
As the manner of some is. Some cats is about forsaking the assembling and having excuses. Oh no, I can't do that because I'm busy over here. Some people are used to just forsaking the right way because of their way. It's force a habit. Go ahead.
But exhorting one another,
Right.
and so much the more,
Right.
as ye see the day,
As what?
as ye see the day.
No, well, ain't nothing happening because it's all the same. I don't see a financial crisis. I don't see food shortage. I don't see anything wrong with the world. I love it just the way it is. As what?
As ye see the day approaching.
Now, I want y'all to jump here real quick. Go to Amos 5 real quick. Amos chapter 5. Read verse. Where's it at? Amos 5.
Desire the day of the Lord.
Yeah, what do you?
18.
Yeah, 5 and 18. I'm sorry.
Amos chapter 5, verse 18.
Go ahead.
Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
Yeah, because some people think like, man, I can't wait for Jesus to come. Guess what? I can't wait for Yahweh Shai to come. I'm ready for it to be over. But there's a thought process behind me wanting it to be over. Not that I've done enough and made it. Not that I've done enough and made it, because ain't none of us done enough. That's why this next statement is in there. Go ahead.
To what end is it for you?
To what?
To what end is it for you?
See, this is a question. What's going to be the end for you when the Lord comes? He going to find you doing these things? Unify? Is he going to find us unifying? Getting together? Doing things for one another? Taking care of each other? Or is he going to find you in the man cave? with the Xbox controller in one hand, Pornhub in the other? Like, how's he going to find you? No, it's real. It's real, because cats is forsaking the assembly for their own flesh, for their own pleasures. How's he going to find you, with your pants down? Or he going to find you with some garment pants on, walking through them streets, on that podium, in this classroom? How's he going to find you? With the sewing machine going, taking care of your family, or running in the damn streets? Looking for the next come up. This is the question. I didn't ask the question. I'm just giving y'all the edification. But I didn't ask it, right? Because I know what I want it to be for me, but not just for me, for y'all. For brothers and sisters online, I know what I want it to be for us.
You know,
the worst thing is to sit here and do all this damn fighting and warring and getting right, and then guess what? If Christ come tomorrow, you know what the worst thing is? To not see one of y'all brothers in the kingdom, or one of y'all sisters in the kingdom, or for me not to be there. That's the worst thing. We did all this fighting and sweat of the brow, and all this work for what? To sit back and reminisce, like, dang, man, if Yashakar can see this now.
Right.
I didn't mean to use you, but you know what I mean. Right? Man, if Abishai can see this now. Man, remember when that brother Abishai, man, he used to pull up in the truck, right? We over there reminiscing on brothers.
Remember the Pope ones,
Man, remember them? Yeah, bro, I wish Abishai was here to get one of his slaves to cook that fish the way he do it. Guess we're going to have to wait for the regeneration.
and that might take a while.
Find another brother that know how to cook fish. But Abishai's fish, man, dang, bro. He knew what he was doing. Right? Like, think about that. I don't want that to be a thought. No.
You know, you know how, like, we know 144,000 got to get sealed, right? But y'all think, like, it's going to be 144,000, like, just from, like, everybody living right now? Like, 144,000 been getting sealed. Y'all see what I'm saying? So, like, you could look at all these prophets. Do you think they weren't sealed? Like, we were going over recently how Elisha had a school for the prophets. Samuel had a school for prophets. Like, you think the men weren't sealed? You think the disciples weren't sealed? Like, Christ had 70 other disciples. You think they weren't sealed? You know what I'm saying? So we don't know how many has been sealed up to this point, but it says 144,000 is going to be sealed. So with that being said, in 1 Peter, it talks about making your calling and your election sure. Just because you know you're an Israelite don't mean you're going to make it. Because Christ says in Matthew, many shall come and say, didn't I do this? Didn't I do that? Didn't we cast out
Outside that
spirits in
name?
your name, and he gonna say, "Depart from me, I never knew you." I never knew you. So what does that mean? If he says, "Depart from me, and I never knew you," but you were doing works. Judas was doing works, but it's showing you where's your mind at. Judas was selfish and about himself and about his own gain. So if you're doing this, if your mind is selfish and about your own gain, oh, you got to be very careful. If your mind isn't about sacrificing and giving up for your nations, for your people, you got to be very, very careful, man. Because you can't end up like a Judas. And this is how I always look at it. Like, I would have rather to have not known and like make it to heaven and like don't make it to heaven, but to have known that I had the opportunity and to be sitting amongst prophets and sitting amongst brothers and sisters that was fighting, and I wasn't giving it my personal best, and I don't make it, but I get to see that they made it, but I had every opportunity that they had to make it. Like that's what's gonna hurt. That's what's gonna hurt, because I was there, but it's like I wasn't there. It's like being on a basketball team, right? And they win the championship, but you didn't even get in the game. You didn't even do that the whole season.
You rode the pine the whole season?
Like, yeah, you got a ring, you on the parade bus, nobody care about you. Like, who's that? Why is he up there?
No,
But it's true.
No, it's like being on a team and being traded
Right
the day before they win the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more what it's like.
Just on the team.
Oh.
It's like Mark Jackson and Steve Kerr. You coach the team for years. They kick you out the team. Then Steve Kerr comes and they win a championship the next year. 3 of them. How does that feel?
You know who does that? I forgot. Baseball teams do that.
Yeah.
So like before the playoffs,
Yeah.
they go through like they have all these players on their teams, but before the playoffs, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, you didn't make
the cut.
You're not going to be on our playoff team.
Yep.
Sorry. And you could have been playing the whole season on the team, and they'll be like, yeah, we don't need you.
And they gonna win the
We
chip.
don't need you. And they go win the championship.
Ain't no ring for you.
Yeah, ain't no ring for you.
Yeah, ain't no supplemental ring. No, you didn't get it, right?
Sorry, we ain't need you.
So we got that communication.
Sorry.
That's the next point. Communication. Go to Malachi 3:16. Now, if you notice something, I'm going to these scriptures, but I'm not continuing the thought in the scriptures because I'm showing you what we should invest in. But now I'm gonna show y'all why after this. Malachi 3:16. Read that.
Malachi chapter 3, verse 16.
Go ahead.
Then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another.
Go ahead.
And the Lord hearkened.
Go ahead.
And heard it.
Right.
And a book of remembrance.
See, only those that fear the Lord are gonna speak daily. Only them that fear and respect the Most High's ways are gonna see the importance of, man, let me make sure I call this bro. Let me make sure I'm rapping to this bro. Now, we may not be able to, like, I don't speak to Kazak and Zion necessarily every single day because we be busy. There might be a day or two where I might not hear from Kazak or he might not hear from me, right? In a direct convo. But we might, like, hey, this is what's going on. Boom, 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 boom. Or Zion, right? Because they're out in different states, but there's never a day when they don't. There's never a day, right? Because we here. We got to handle what's here. There's always something going on. And out of respect, fear, and love of the Most High, we know that our communication is detrimental to the body. But if we didn't care, then guess what? Hey, you heard from Locker Rob? Man, I ain't hear from that brother in 3 weeks. Huh? But he lives right around the corner. Yeah, but ain't no fear. Ain't no respect. We don't care. Right? We have to develop this fear, man. Communication. So, next point. Drop that. The next point is this: you reap what you sow. So you will get a return on your investment. You reap what you sow. Now, if you sow to the flesh, well, let's deal with it. If you invested in the flesh, Galatians 6, verse 7. Read.
Galatians chapter 6, verse 7.
That boy is sharp and he know where I want to go. Read.
Be not deceived.
Right?
The Most High is not mocked.
Yeah, you can't try to front on the spirit. You can't front on this. You know why? Because the result is undeniable. That's the point. The results are undeniable. You can argue with man and get turned up and get roused up, and y'all are painting the wrong picture of me. But let's look at the results, sis. Let's look at how the Most High is letting things mature and grow from our actions? Let's look at it. Why are you still chaotic? Why are you still losing your mind? Why are you still yelling and screaming? Why are you cursing out your husband? Why you ain't listening to your husband? Okay, brother, let's go through it. Why are you still dealing with this spirit, that spirit? Why are you still giving over to this? Well, no. You know, I'm studying. Okay, well then let's look at the results of your studies. Why is there still chaos in your house? Why is your rib still tripping? Why this? Why that? Oh, well, you must not be studying the right things. Yeah, you studying, but Genesis breakdowns ain't helping you with your house. Revelations 4, 5, 6, that ain't helping you. You better go get some counsel and jump into Peter and jump into Thessalonians and jump into Psalms and jump into Proverbs. You better be in that book of Proverbs and Ecclesiasticus and Ecclesiastes.
It's like you got a math test, but you studying for a biology test.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're going to need it all to graduate, but
you better study that math.
You should be hitting algebra right now. Why you in biology?
Why you in biology?
So as you see the day approaching.
Yeah. The biology test is later. You got math tomorrow. You got math now, but you in biology. Oh, you know, I gotta do this art. You want to do the fun stuff? Nah, bruh. Nah, so you better do that hard stuff. But guess what? It shows in one's actions the instability. It shows what you give yourself to. It shows. You can't deny it when you go off the damn rails and start losing your mind. You can't deny the result. So you can't try to front like, oh, the Most High is wrong. Okay, man can be wrong, but guess what? The Most High ain't wrong. That you can't mock the Most High like you're going to do one thing and expect another thing to happen. And then when you get called on it, oh no, everybody else is tripping. Well, I'm going to call a spade a spade. If you plant a tomato seed, an onion ain't going to grow. It's just not. It's just, there's no possible way. I don't care where you put it. I don't care where you put it. It's going to be what it's supposed to be. You reap what you sow. Go from there. Romans 8:5.
God.
And then somebody else hold Philippians 3:15. Romans 8:5 through 8.
The book of Romans chapter 8 verse 5.
Right?
For they that are after the flesh.
Come on.
Do mind the things of the flesh.
We do mind the things, or give your mind to the things of the flesh. But you'll mind the fleshly things. Like, man, I got to worry about that. I got to worry about this. We'll know what you're minded after. Because why? You can't mock the Most High. What's coming up from your mind, from your thoughts, from your actions, from your speech? Go ahead.
But they that are after the Spirit.
Go ahead.
The things of the Spirit.
Right. We'll see those that are really after the Spirit. Because spiritual things will grow from that man or that woman. You know a tree by the fruit it bears. Read.
But to be carnally minded is death.
And guess what we see sometimes? The decay of death. You'll start to smell the stench of death before a thing dies off, because we decay slowly. When your spirit starts to change and your countenance starts to change, ooh, we can smell it. Dang, fading. Somebody get some CPR. Somebody do some chest compressions. We smell it. We can smell the stench of death, the look of death. There's a look that be on sisters.
God.
There's a look that be on brothers that defeated.
Yep.
You look defeated, man. You look like Satan done held you up against the wall and just gave you 50 body blows, like Neo in the Matrix. He's coughing out blood. And he rocked them guts. Mm-hmm. And you know what you still do? No, I'm good. No, I didn't get hit. Huh? But why are you spitting up? Why are you spitting up petrol, man? Right? Life fluids are coming out of you.
That's hilarious.
Read on.
But to be spiritually minded,
right,
is life,
right,
and peace,
right, stability, peace, unity, communication. We know who's spiritually minded because they're gonna do the things we name. And there's many more. I just wanted to touch on those things because Those are basic. Notice that I didn't go to no hard scriptures. I went to basics. This whole class is just basic. Basic scriptures that they should be permeating, and your brain should be exploding with these scriptures. They should be pulsating.
Right.
Every time you breathe, Romans. Every time you breathe, Galatians. Philippians. Like, they should be pulsing through your veins, man. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Because the carnal mind is enmity.
Is what?
Is enmity.
See, the carnal mind is against the Most High. It's at war. Enmity means war. How do we know that there's a war? Because you want to go to war you want to go to war for every single situation. You want to go to war on how things are being done. You want to go to war on what brother said this, what brother said that, how we say to do this, how we say to do that. It's like, why do we got to go to war to do the Bible? You're not going to war to unify, but you'll endeavor in some foolishness. You'll endeavor to be anti. Ooh, see, that's how we know. What are you endeavoring to do? To be anti, to be an outcast? But that's how we know, man. We could pick it up. And then all we have to do is look at how stable this person is. Right? How stable is this person? And if the carrot gets dangled and it's shiny enough, how fast will they be gone? It's a sad thing to think that, man, there's things that can drag us away from the truth. That there's things that every man has his price. That's a sad thought. That if it gets hard enough, guess what? That person could be gone, or this sister can be gone. I've seen people leave for less. I've seen people leave the truth for some of the most, like, just fictitious reasons, man. Go ahead.
Enmity against the Most High.
Right.
For it is not subject.
It's not what?
Subject.
You know why there's instability? Because you didn't subject yourself to the laws. We didn't subject ourselves to one another. You didn't subject yourself to the correction, to the communication, to the unity, to the brotherhood. You're more subjected to your carnal. You're more subjected to what we gonna eat, what we gonna drink. That's what you make yourself a subject. She's my subject. What does that mean? Whatever I say goes. He's my subject. Whatever I say, he's gonna do. Because you're in subjection. You know why there's instability? Because you didn't subject yourself to your husband. Truthfully, really. You subjected yourself to the thought. But when it starts to get hard and the times become unstable, you can see what you're really subjected to, still your emotions.
It's like Christ when he was asleep in the boat. You say you had the disciples on the boat with Christ. You say you believe in him, so you've seen him heal people. You see the power that he has. You know he's the Son of the Most High, and he's asleep in the bottom of the boat, but you're on top of the boat. You're over here tripping out, losing it. Oh, we about to die. You just now here asleep. Oh, we about to die. If it's that bad to where you thought you were gonna die on the boat, you don't think he would have woke up? Like, who could sleep through something like that? It's like a tornado going on, and a tornado or a hurricane, and you just sleep.
Yeah, the stable can.
Yeah,
the ones that are in wisdom can. Like
yeah,
you said, you went to that Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah,
it was perfect.
It's like, yeah, so it's like if that's going on, but then you look and then you see that he's asleep. Like, he ain't even like up chilling. Like, he's asleep.
That should settle your mind.
Like, you should be like, okay, we should not. Let me go sleep too then.
Basically, like, why is he not panicking?
Yeah.
What is he using?
So, man, so you got to come up and stop it. Like, you woke him up for no reason.
Don't hit the table.
Sorry. You woke him up.
Yo, Sean, we're gonna die.
You like, when you wake somebody up and they sleep.
Yeah.
Like,
they jump up.
Man,
yeah.
that?
Yeah. Calm down. Yeah, bro, it's the worst thing.
But
because now you ensue panic in others.
The point I was trying to get with that is, you say you believe, then you gotta show.
Yeah.
Like, understand that the storm is gonna come.
The storm is.
You know what I'm
guess
saying?
what? Then you'll sing, "The storm is over. Storm is over now." You be on that R. Kelly tip.
Oh, that's R. Kelly?
Yeah. I can see sunshine. Heaven is over me.
Oh, yeah. That's
Ain't
the
no
R. Kelly
20 minutes.
gospel.
Like the storms
That's
gotta
That's
set
the R.
time,
Kelly
man.
gospel.
Yeah, it's real though. He was singing some real stuff. And just think about it. If people sung that song and believed it, we'd be all in the kingdom.
Let me ask y'all a question too. How long does one of the strongest tornadoes you can get, if not the strongest, is an F5, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long does that tornado last as an F5?
That's depending, ain't it?
It depends, but how long does it last as an F5?
I think the one that ran through Mississippi lasted for like 30 minutes.
So it doesn't last long. That was the point I was gonna say.
Yeah.
When a Category 5 storm finally hits Earth, and hits land, how long does it last a Category 5? Y'all know?
Oh, hurricane?
Yeah. And it's not like it's just,
As soon as it feels opposition, it stops.
yeah, and it starts to decrease.
Yeah,
And then it moves through, but it never, they don't last. Like, you gotta see, like, when the Most High brings us through things, through our situations, yeah, it's gonna hit you. It's gonna hit you with a force. But if you stay strong through it, it's not gonna last unless he hits you with a flood.
That's
It's a
why.
little different.
That's why he said, "Woe to you that have lost patience."
Yeah.
Woe to you that have lost patience and became faint-hearted. That's Ecclesiastes 2, right? Because that's what it's about. Like, why are you losing patience in the time when you're supposed to cleave on to the wisdom? The time that we're supposed to cleave on to the wisdom and the knowledge, you can't lose patience. He said, if you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. But why are we fainting? When we know what's supposed to be coming, we're supposed to understand what's happening. Why are we fainting? Well, we're not doing the basic things, and that's why we faint. We're not doing all that we can to stand. Right? Finish where we at.
For it is not subject to the law of the Most High.
Right? It's not subject to the law of the Most High. Go ahead.
Neither indeed can be.
Go ahead.
So then they that are in the flesh
Right?
cannot please the Most High.
Yeah, because they're more worried about pleasing themselves. That's why. They're more worried about pleasing their belly. Right? Go to Philippians 3:15.
Okay. This is the book of Philippians, chapter 3 and verse 15.
Go ahead.
Let us therefore, as many as be perfect,
Right, so you want to be perfect? Go ahead.
be thus minded.
We're going to show you what perfection is. It's about your mental. It's about where your mind's at. Go ahead. That's first and foremost. It's not about the fringe and it's not the braids and this and that. It's not about that. It's about where's my mind towards this man, that man, the sister, the brother. Where's my outlook towards the Most High when He brings me through? When he makes the things around me unstable, where's my mind? Read.
And if anything ye be otherwise minded,
Right?
God shall reveal even this unto you.
See, this is the thing. How does He reveal it? He lets you get caught up in the instabilities. How does He reveal it? You get put in these situations and your own deeds reveal that you're not trying to be perfect minded. Our own deeds. Y'all get what this is saying? See, what it hasn't done yet is shown you. It hasn't shown you the things to be perfect minded. He said, let us therefore, as many as be perfect, be this minded. But before I show you, if you're any wise, if your mind is on anything else, it's going to be revealed. Now let's go into it. 16.
Verse 16.
Right?
Nevertheless, whereto we have already attained.
Go ahead.
Let us walk by the same rule.
So it's about walking by the same mind, the same rule, the same rules, the same law. Go ahead.
Let us mind the same thing.
So we all should be in the mind of unity. Read.
Brethren, be followers together of me.
We should all be followers of the word. Go ahead.
And mark them which walk, so as ye have us for an insane.
And we're supposed to be looking at the examples of the brothers and sisters that are walking the right way and following that. Read.
For many walk, of whom I have told you often.
See, these are the ones that are otherwise minded. They do walk, but how do they walk? They crip walking. They blood walking through the scene. Pants sagging, garment on. Wait, you ain't walking the right way, bro. Hold up. Why are you walking like that? You walking and kicking against the bricks. You walking backwards. You moonwalking. Wait, the straight and narrow. Go ahead.
And now tell you even weeping that they are the enemies of the cross of Christ.
Why? Because they're at enmity with the Most High because they didn't subject themselves to the right way of walking. We gonna walk in a straight line. Right, left, right, left. They like, nah, I'm going left, right, left, right. Wait, hold up. That's not the way to walk. But I want to walk this way. I want to do the typewriter. Hammer. Hammer. I want to do the hammer time across the stage. But we ain't doing hammer time right now. We ain't walking towards that. But I want to walk on Bissonnet. Well, bro, we already walked on Bissonnet. We ain't doing that. You live that Bissonnet life. Well, I want to walk to the strip club. Bro, we ain't walking to the strip club. We ain't walking in those things no more, right? Not that I was a strip club guy. That wasn't my thing anyway. But you have brothers that be on that. Mm-hmm. You got Israelites that still be hitting strip clubs and clubs, partying like that. Israelites. Yes. Beard, fringe. But see, that's why you know it's not about those things. It's about your mind. Right? A conscious man is going to say, wait a minute. Why am I in the strip club glorifying our women whoring themselves out? Don't the Bible say not to make the whores of the daughters of Zion? Well, I'm not sleeping with them, but you're promoting that lifestyle when you make it rain with your lightly cloudy with a chance of sunshine, right? When you in there trying to toss dollars, you glorify the lifestyle, so you add to it. But then you got fringes and a beard. You'll sit up and teach classes and go in and try to drop wisdom, but you hanging out on the host row. You whoring out the women. You're breaking up brothers and sisters. It says a wicked man disquieted friends and caused contention with them that are at peace. You got brothers that'll come through and try to break up the unity. Sisters, women, right? I want to be with him, but I want to be with him too. You know what? I'm going to let them fight over me. That's what they do in the world. See what man is going to fight over them. Sisters try to come in here with that nonsense, you might as well pack it on up. Because you get in the boot. We ain't dealing with that. Right? So, if you want to walk a different way, well, why? Why are they walking a different way? Because they're enemies. Go ahead.
Whose end is destruction.
Whose end is destruction, read.
Whose God is their belly.
See, it's all about pleasing myself. Read.
And whose glory is in their shame.
Right, drop that. 2 Ezra 15. 2 Ezra 15 and verse 14. What is the name of... Man. Yeah. You got it. 2 Ezra 15 and 14.
2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 14.
I need you to pay attention because I'm going to jump through this chapter. Read.
Woe to the world.
Do what?
Woe to the world.
The Most High said what?
Woe to the world.
Yeah, so if you thought that the world, like the world of finance, that's part of the world. The food world, this world, the culinary world, all these worlds are going to be destroyed and they're all going to hell in a handbag. You're not going to save part of the world that you want to save. Well, I want to save this world. No. He said, woe to the world. Go ahead.
And them that dwell therein.
Yeah, anyone that wants to be attached to the flesh, this is the fate. Read.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
Yes, the day is approaching. And every day that we hit another day, guess what we see? Destruction, sword, another school shooting, right?
Yep.
Another mass shooting, another kidnap. You know how many times my phone goes off Amber Alerts?
Yeah. Oh,
Bruh.
shut it off.
Bruh. Oh, you have to shut it off?
Yeah.
I leave it on. I'm like, yep. Another one bites the dust. Yep. Is there evil in the city and the Lord has not done it? Yep. There go the Most High showing somebody what they need to be paying attention to. There goes the Most High highlighting what's happening in this wicked country. Go ahead.
And one people shall stand up to fight against another.
So there's your wars. Read.
And swords in their hands.
Go ahead.
For there shall be sedition among men.
Right. Civil wars. Infightings. Read.
And invading one another.
They're going to be doing what?
Invading one another.
If this don't sound like one of them end time movies, I don't know what does. Go ahead.
They shall not regard their kings, nor
It's
princes.
not going to regard the king of a city or the head of a household. If they want it, they run it up in your stuff. Go ahead.
And the course of their actions shall stand, and their power.
Verse 24.
24. Woe to them that sin.
Do what?
Woe to them that sin.
Go ahead.
And keep not my commandments.
Verse 47.
Verse 47. Woe be unto thee, thou wretch,
Read.
because thou hast made thyself like unto her.
See, the her. Who's the her? The whore, Babylon. Right? What is he saying here? What is in the world? The flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life. He said, woe unto you that want to be like her. Go ahead.
And hast decked thy daughters.
And you did what to your children?
Deck thy daughters.
Oh, well, you know what? Children be like me. So they're gonna be like the whore too. You deck them out. Go ahead.
In whoredom.
In what?
Whoredom.
Right. Go ahead.
That they might please and glory in their lovers.
Go ahead.
Which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee.
Verse 48.
Thou hast followed her that is hated.
The Most High hates America. The Most High hates this world.
That's right.
He said, I hate your feast days. I hate your music. I hate your apple pie. I hate your Thanksgiving. I hate Christmas. I hate your ways. He said, woe to you that follow her that's hated, man. Go ahead.
And all her works.
All her what?
Works.
All them deeds of America. The deeds of this world. It's all garbage to the Most High. Why do we glory in it? Come on.
And inventions.
Come on.
Therefore, saith the Most High,
Uh-huh.
I will send plagues upon thee.
Right?
Widowhood.
Uh-huh.
Poverty.
He said what?
Poverty.
Widowhood and poverty. Your men are going to die. Poverty. You'll be impoverished after. Go ahead.
Famine.
Read.
Sword.
Uh-huh.
And pestilence.
See, this is the result of being that fleshly person. Trusting in those things. Well, it's all about my husband. Well, guess what, sis? You might be a widow. What happens when he's gone? Remember the class I did? What happened when he dies? I did a whole class about what you gonna do when your husband dies. It should have been a wake-up call to some sisters. That he should have been, your husband ain't the catalyst for you to walk how Christ wants you to walk. And if he ain't around, you still should be seeking to be a righteous, upstanding sister. But because it's all about him, the Most High is going to make it about him. Widowhood, famine, poverty. Oh, because it's about how you can live in the gated community and live in your house. Guess what? What happens when you're impoverished? When you the third world country. Read on.
Famine.
Right?
Sword.
Ain't no food. Sword. But they got bigger guns than me. Somebody always got a bigger gun than you. Come on, they in Mexico with military weapons. They shooting down helicopters in Mexico with 50 cals. It ain't handguns no more. Yeah. They busting at the military police with 50 cals, bruh. Come on, now what?
See, they have the weapons and they also have the military training.
The Mexicans?
Yeah.
The cartels.
The
Yeah, because a lot of them
yeah.
cats was like, man, I'm about to go get this drug money.
Mm-hmm.
Or they pay for the training.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And pestilence.
Right?
To waste thy houses.
That's what's going to happen to the fleshly. Your house is going to be wasted. All that gold stored up, all that this and that stored up. If it ain't about brotherhood, sisterhood, unity, if it ain't about these things, this is the end result, man. Go ahead.
With destruction and death.
Right now, jump down. Those that invest in the spirit. And I only got a few more scriptures, to be honest. We do that in 15 minutes. Those that invested in the spirit. 2nd Ezra 8:33.
God. 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 33.
Go ahead.
For the just,
right,
which have many good works.
The just have what?
Many good works.
First of all, it says that the just shall live by his faith. So his first good work is what? His faith. The just shall live by his faith. It says the just have many good works. Read.
laid up with thee.
Go. Who is the D and where are they laid up at? Right? See, this is the cold part. Like, you'll do good and you know what you won't see? You won't see the result of that good because it's not for you to see. That's the problem. That's not stored up. You can't go to your mattress and pull the mattress back and be like, man, I got some good work stored up here. That's not what it's about. You can't get caught up in that. Just keep grinding. The Most High got that catalog. You know that, right? All them good works. The Most High got a catalog. Your catalog is better than the Beatles. It's better than Eminem's catalog. It's better than Diddy's catalog. It's worth more. The Beatles catalog sold for what, 100 million? Your catalog of good deeds is priceless. But because you can't go to your catalog and sit there like a bunch of baseball cards and, well, I did that for the brother, did that for the sisters. See, I gave those alms and this and that and
Calculate your riches.
Yeah, you calculating your riches, man. Stop it. Stop doing that. Just keep getting rich. Do rich people sit there and count their money? Nope. Or do they keep getting rich? You think Jay-Z's sitting there dollar at a time counting his 2.2 billion that he's at now? Nah, he ain't doing that. He's like, they say I'm at 2.2, but guess what? I don't care. I'm gonna keep getting money. He just did a deal for 768 million. God. You think he's sitting there like, oh, 2.2 is enough? Nope. Remember when he said a milli? When Lil Wayne said a milli, he said a billy. Right? Now he's at 2 billion. And obviously we talking about carnal riches, but imagine if we adopted that mind state. Imagine if we adopted that mind state. How these men go after money. Read on.
Shall out of their own deeds receive reward.
I mean, man, come on now. Out of your own deeds is the reward. Your own doings is going to pay you back. Like, that's not a hard thing to understand. Right, so what are the deeds of the just? Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go right back over the things we just went over. Right. So the deeds of the just are things that keep us stable in these times. Go right back to Isaiah 33:6 real quick. And you're going to write down communication. Because there's a reward for communicating. Don't y'all get it? Aha. They didn't get it. Aha. Aha. There's a reward in communication. Isaiah 33:6.
Look at Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6.
Somebody else get Galatians 6:6. Read.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
See, wisdom and knowledge, stability is the reward of wisdom and knowledge. What else?
And strength of salvation.
Salvation is the reward of wisdom. So there's rewards. Ha ha. Now we getting somewhere, are we? I feel like we're getting somewhere. But there's a reward in these things, man. Go to Galatians 6, verse 6.
Galatians chapter 6, verse 6. Let him that is taught in the word,
right,
communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things.
Yeah, the Bible says, let him that is taught in the word. So you're learning the word. You're supposed to communicate back to your teachers. The things that you misunderstand, the things that you don't know, the things that you need clarity on, the things that you need help on. Why? Why is that important? Well, so they can bring you through the misunderstanding, so they can bring you through the unstable thought process. They can bring you through the mishap in the doctrine. They can bring you through the misstep. Go ahead. Watch. It's going to show you right here. We just read this, right? But watch. Read.
Verse 7.
Let's put it together. Read.
Be not deceived.
Right.
The Most High is not mocked.
Go ahead.
For whatsoever a man sows.
So if you don't sow to communication, if you don't sow to that back and forth dialogue, if you don't sow to counsel, well, what you going to reap? The scriptures say that there's safety in the multitude of counselors. Right? It says, before any endeavor, counsel. But if you don't sow to that, then what you going to get? You going to get a man, I Man, you know what? Next time. Man, brother, you know what, man? I wish I would have known that. Damn, bro. Dang, man. I wish somebody would have told me. Huh? We've been telling y'all. A lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas. If I would have known that now, what I known back then.
Oh yeah, heard that a lot.
A lot of woulda, shoulda, couldas would have been avoided. And guess what? A lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes. A lot of unnecessary. There's mistakes that we just can't get around. But there's a lot of unnecessaries, self-inflicted wounds, man, that could be avoided if communication. Go ahead.
That shall he also reap.
Go ahead.
For he that soweth to his flesh.
Because I don't want to talk. I don't feel like it. I don't think it's necessary. That's a carnal thought. Read.
Shall of the flesh reap corruption.
This is why we're corrupted mentally, spiritually, because we don't talk about the things that is corrupting us. Anytime a person gets unstable, the first thing that my mind goes to is, what are they giving themselves over to? What are they letting themselves be indoctrinated with? What are they letting themselves be corrupted with? What's corrupting the file? Ain't it the first thing you do when you go to a computer and it ain't working right? You're like, okay, this thing is corrupt. Software is corrupt. When you pull up your phone and you go to the app and the app is glitching out, you're like, oh, it's corrupted. Let me do what? Uninstall and reinstall a fresh new file. Right? The app is communicating to you that there's a glitch. And you know, oh, uninstall. But when we going through our thing and we're communicating because we see the glitch. Hey, you been all right? What's going on with you? Oh, no. Nothing's wrong. Huh? Nothing's wrong. But you know damn well they torching you. Them demons is burning you alive. Your drawers is on fire. You hot.
Gasoline drawers.
Gasoline, bruh. Lit with that eternal flame that TV, alcohol, drugs, sex, none of that ain't gonna put it out. You know what's gonna put it out? Man, brother, you know, I'm dealing with this, that, and the third. Oh, no, we got you. Look, you know what? Because let's go here real quick. Oh, damn, I'm feeling relief. Oh, wait a minute, it's not so hot. Oh, you know what? Hey, let's go over here to Matthews. Let's bounce over here to John. You know what? Because it says in Leviticus, dang, all of a sudden I ain't on fire no more. Whew, that's a relief. It's that simple. It's really that simple. I know. But I'm just not used to talking. You know, it's just not my spirit. I'm just not, I didn't grow up like nobody cares.
Well, it's personal.
It's personal. Like, bro, it's not personal. Sis, guess what? What's personal to you is general to me. I done heard so much in this life and done dealt with so many brothers and sisters' problems. It's like, what is not personal, to be honest? What is there that's so hidden? What is there that's so hidden that, brothers, sisters, y'all just don't understand what I'm going through. Okay, lay it on me. Oh, that? Oh, okay, guess what? There's like 4 other people going through the same thing. Not to disannul anybody's issues, but guess what? We're not going to let you conflate and inflate your issue to the point where now you're the Illuminati of issues and you can't talk. You can't be searched out. That's insane. Like, so your issue is so great that there's no wisdom to help it? See, that's delusion. That's delusional. I mean, isn't it? It's delusional and it's narcissistic. That your issue is so great, the Bible can't fix it. Dude, like, what are we here for? No temptation that is taking you is greater. Right? Ain't no temptation that's uncommon. Right? Most High won't give you more than you can handle. So how is your situation so great that, you know what? It's my own personal secret. I can't talk about it with nobody. But then you're going to have to hold on to that. But see, the ones that have deeds stored up with the Most High, they communicate to alleviate themselves of the burden. Right? Where we at? Go ahead, read.
But he that soweth to the Spirit,
right,
shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting.
You know where the life comes from? Paul said it. Timothy said it. When brothers came around and they were refreshed at their presence. That's what a life is, man, in each other. Well, I can't wait to get to VA. Because I'm going to unload. I'm going to sit with Kazakh Zion. And yeah, we're going to handle business. But guess what we're going to get to be? Alleviated. Refreshed, at least for the 2 days. Right? At least for a little 2 days until what? Oh, back to work. Right? Back on the drive.
Post-peace council.
I'm dreading the drive, man. But guess what? I'm not worried about that. 'Cause I get to sit with brothers, man. Not just Kazakh Zion, but all the brothers. All the sisters. We get to sit back, chill, hang out, whatever. Yeah, we're going to handle business. Yeah, we're going to prep for the feast. Yeah, it's work. But there's going to be moments when it's not. That's what I'm looking forward to. To communicate, to talk, catch up. What's been up? What's been going on? And the ones that are smart, they're gonna talk. The ones that are smart, that are wise, they're going to communicate back and forth and say, you know what? This is what I've been waiting to get a hold of you. I've been waiting to see you face to face. This is what I've been dealing with. Right. You're not going to be hiding in the corner like, oh no, you know what? I got it. Hebrews 13-16. 9. Read verse 9. Read verse 9. Wag that finger.
9?
Read.
Hebrews chapter 13.
No. Galatians 6 and 9. Somebody else get it.
Galatians chapter 6 verse 9.
Somebody else get Hebrews 13-16. Read.
And let us not be weary.
Let us not be what?
Weary.
In what?
And well-doing.
Communication is what?
Well-doing.
Talking is what?
Well-doing.
Counsel is what?
Well-doing.
See, these things are well-doing. Why are you getting weary? Why we let ourselves get weary in these things? No, you know what the weariness is? When you don't do these things and you get worn down by them spirits. It's the opposite. See, it's this whack mind game we play with each other. Like, I'm going to hold it in and be better. Abishaya, do bad brakes correct themselves? Because you keep driving.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, guess what that demon is on you, sis? It's bad brakes. Guess what that demon is on you, bro? It's bad brakes. They don't fix themselves because you just hide it. Because you pretend the noise ain't there. You know what? I'm going to just turn the radio up. I know every time I drive it squeaks because you do that. You brake and you're like, oh, I know what's about to happen. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to ignore it. But then you start driving, it's like, chip, 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 chip. You're like, oh, you know what? Turn that volume. I don't want to hear it when I'm driving. I'm going to pretend it's not there. I'm going to try to exit out till I go get it fixed, right? But the problem is getting worse and worse. And now it's digging into what? The rotors. Now you messing up the brake pads, the rotors, right? You got metal on metal grinding and you hear it. You stop. Come on, man. But we act like, because we ignore it. And you like, you know what? Let me hear if it's going away. I broke one time and I don't hear no noise. It fixed itself. Psych. Psych. This is how we treat problems in the spirit. Like bad car brakes. Come on, man. We got to do better. We got to do better. There's a reward for you in communication. Right? Hebrews 13-16.
Book of Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 16.
Go ahead.
But to do good and to communicate, forget not.
Why? Read.
For with such sacrifice.
See, it's a sacrifice. We know. We know it, we know it, sis. We know it's a sacrifice. But who's pleased with your sacrifice? Read.
God is well pleased.
And does not the Most High reward them that he's pleased with? So get off the high horse. Get off your low horse. It's too important for y'all to hear, or it's too detrimental. You're going to look at me funny. I'm going to look at you like what you are. A weak brother or sister that needs help. I'm going to look at you like what you are. A person that's reaching out. What I do look at is, okay, so you just going to be prideful. Oh, okay, cool. And not say nothing. Cool. Let's go now to the next point. Alms. Because we going back, right? We retracing our steps. Alms. Right? Next point. Alms. Ecclesiasticus 29 and verse 12. Somebody else get me Tobit 12 and 9. Somebody else get me Ecclesiasticus 40 and 24. Just hold them. They're going to repeat them. Don't get nervous. I know it's getting, you know what I'm saying, a little bit unstable, but we're about to settle it down. No, playing. Right? Ecclesiasticus 29 and 12. Read.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 29 verse 12.
Go ahead.
Shut up alms.
No, gold.
Shut up alms.
Silver?
Alms.
Finances.
Alms.
Read.
In thy storehouse.
Come on.
And it shall deliver thee from all affliction.
From some affliction.
All affliction.
From a little bit of affliction.
All affliction.
Well, surely I'm going to still be afflicted.
From all affliction.
Come on, read.
It shall fight for thee.
Wait, no, wait. Ooh. So wait, I ain't got to get the gun?
It shall fight for thee.
But nigga, I got a pole.
It shall fight for thee.
Come on, read.
Against thine enemies.
Read.
Better than a mighty shield.
Better than my gun. Read on.
And strong spear.
Right. This is what we're supposed to be using to fight, man. Yeah. The deeds that we do towards one another. Yep. The Most High is storing that up. You can't, just because you can't go look at what you've done and see what you're actually going to get, just know you're going to need some help. You're going to need somebody to fight a battle for you. You know how many battles you really have? That the angels and the spirit that made intercession and fought? The scriptures tell you that in Romans 8. That the spirit make intercession. Based off of what? Why would the Most High fight for a greedy, selfish person? Why? First of all, will he? No. He's going to fight for the person that's selfless, man. The spirit is going to make intercession. There's so many things that we war against that you don't even know what's going on.
Nope.
But guess what? It don't touch you. You know how many things been averted and avoided based off of the good that we do? It's almost unimaginable. It's almost unimaginable. There's so much that goes on in the spirit behind the scenes that the Most High is like, remember he did this. Remember she handled that. Remember she's thinking like this. And the angels are like, yeah, you're right. But Satan is like, no, but remember that one time 18 years ago? And the Most High is like, bro, get out of here with that. No, look, don't touch that. Don't mess with her. Don't mess with him. Because the Most High got things stored up. Where Satan is trying to store up what you're doing negative now. But if you ain't doing nothing, guess what? You storing up good deeds. They're stored up with the Lord. Y'all see this? Go to Tobit 12 and 9.
Tobit chapter 12 verse 9.
Go ahead.
For alms do deliver from death.
Alms do what?
Deliver from death.
See, alms gonna deliver you from death. Do you know when death is coming?
No.
Death be around the corner for everybody. Don't you know that? Y'all didn't see the man. Did y'all not see that there was a truck driving down the highway? Truck like yours, but the rims was poking. And they're driving down the highway like a regular day. A little Nissan, a little Scion, Toyota Scion or Nissan Scion, driving right next to it. Bruh, the truck wheel popped off. And that car drove over that wheel and literally did this into the air on the highway. Bah! That happened a few days ago.
I seen it on the phone.
Bruh. I mean, just think about it. Just think about it. You know how many road trips we done took? And you see the fresh skid marks and tires all over the highway? People, and I'm like, whoa, that could have been, you know how many semis you gonna drive by? Yep, I'm about to scare everybody. You know how many semis we about to drive by on this road trip? You know how many cars you gonna drive by? We gonna drive at night. You know how many deers gonna pop out? You're going to be looking like, whoa, what's those eyes? You know how many random people just pull over on the side? You know how many tires blow out? But how come ain't no tire blew out in front of you? Or how come you were able to be aware enough when the tire... We was driving from Katy Mills the other day. And what happened? The tire blew an old dude like, on a trailer. And his whole thing starts sparking. And he's just like, dum-da-dum-da-dum, oblivious. And I'm like... I'm on the horn, and I'm like, bruh. And he's like, huh? And I'm like, dude, no tires. And he pulled over immediately. Dude, he's doing 80 down 10. 80 down 10 with no wheels on the tire. It's straight sparks. Mm-hmm. We saw that thing bust, if I'm not mistaken.
Kind.
Yeah. You know how many accidents I see? You know how many accidents I come up on where it's fresh rollovers. Whole axle falls out the car, airbags. Bruh, but how come to this point? Well, what is the Most High categorizing my life according to? The alms, the things that we do.
It's like coming home late and then you spend a little bit more time in the driveway talking with a brother.
Oh yeah. Oh, bro, there be times we'll go get some nachos over at wherever we go, Bar Louie. This happened 2 times in a row, man. Dropping him home, and we sitting there rapping, literally a little extra 5 minutes. I turn down the block and look, the whole block is shut down. It's 1 a.m. in the morning, and I'm like, I look down the block, and it's just like an airplane exploded down the street, and I'm like, bro, we just rolled down the street like 5 minutes ago. And he's like, yeah. I said, bro, look. And I'm sending him pictures of accident down the whole Bissonnet or whatever's Cook.
Yeah.
They got the whole Cook blocked off, and I look down, and it's just cops just standing there shaking their heads like, we don't know what to do. Just divert the traffic. I'm like, I just drove down this street. That could have been us.
Yep.
But if I'm down looking for hookers and crack and cocaine and doing my own thing, that would have been me. But I'm with a brother, right? We hanging out, we building, we bonding. So the Most High is like, nah, I'm not gonna touch you for building and bonding. Right? Alms deliver from death. Go ahead.
And shall purge away all sin.
A little bit of sin.
All sin.
And they also help purge sins. Now we all got those things stored up.
Yep.
Whew, that storehouse of sin is real for some. Go ahead.
Those that exercise alms and righteousness shall be filled with life.
Read on.
But they that sin are enemies to their own life.
Ecclesiasticus 40 and verse 24.
Look at Ecclesiasticus chapter 40 and verse 24.
And then Tobit 4 and 9. Read.
Brethren in help are against time of trouble.
See, brethren in help are against a time of trouble. A brother is born for adversity. Go ahead.
But alms shall deliver more than them both.
Right, because there's only so much a brother can do. There's only so much help. Help! But guess what? What about them angels that's helping? What about when the Most High sends his help? David in the lion's den, shutting up lions' mouths. Right? All these things that those are miracles. Nah, bruh. Those are based off of a cat's arms. The things he did in the spirit, the Most High rewards them in the spirit. In those times of trouble, when you look at it and you like, man, what am I going to do? How are we going to get this done? And the Most High is like, don't worry, I got y'all. I see what y'all been doing. I see what he been doing. I see what she been doing. Watch. And all of a sudden, you're like, and this glowing heaven, doors open. Man, what do you attribute that to? Just good grace? Something that we did. Something good that you did in the alms department. Tobit 4 and 9.
Tobit chapter 4 verse 9.
Right?
For thou layest up a good treasure for thyself against the day of necessity.
Yeah, like we always use the analogy of there was a time when we were storing up a bunch of food at the school and toilet paper and just necessities. And then Hurricane Harvey hit. What was everybody able to do when the stores was empty? You was able to shop at the school for free. We all came here and shopped. Right? Everybody left with a box of toilet paper, food, water. We had water. We had all types of stuff. But because we all put into it, it was nothing for us to go take from it. That's the point. Read on.
Because that alms do deliver from death.
Right?
And suffer not to come into darkness.
You see that? It'll suffer you not to come into darkness, man. Into those unstable times. Go from there. Go to Ecclesiasticus 17 and 22. Whew. Wow. Man, these arm scriptures are cold, bro. It's cold. It's like a cold as ice, Charlie Murphy. Read Ecclesiasticus 17 and verse 22. Read it.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 17 verse 22.
Come on.
The alms of a man is as a signet with him.
Yeah, the alms of a man is like a signet. It's like a sign. It's like a stamp of approval. It's like, man, like, listen, man, I can see why the Most High be really trying us, but I can see why the Most High lets us go through the things that we go through and brings us out. Because just in the way we roll with brothers, just the brothers here, man, helping brothers out. Brothers need babysitters. You got men babysitting men's babies, right? We've all done it. I've done it for him. He's done it for me. We do it, right? Just on that little level, where it's like, man, we got things to do. We ain't got time to be babysitting babies, but we got to do it. We have to do it for each other.
Okay.
I just watched a story of a little boy in San Antonio. Bro, they brought him home from daycare, and they looked, and he had like 2 bite arms on his hands. 2 bites on his arms, excuse me. And they went, and nobody could tell him anything. Bro, they brought him home and took his shirt off to give him a bath. His whole back, he had 9 bites on his back. Why would I want to subject a brother's child to that? Because that's what's out there, abuse. I'd rather let the kid be at the house going crazy than send them to a daycare to go get abused by other children. That's terrible. If we can help, we got to help. If we can put ourselves in the way of danger, that's what we got to do. To stay that danger, to stay those plagues. That's what we are supposed to do for each other, man. Right? Go ahead.
And he will keep the good deeds of men as the apple of the eye.
As his what?
Apple of the eye.
See, if we keep the scriptures as the apple of our eye, the Most High will keep our good deeds as the apple of his eye. We know what that apple of the eye represents, man. That's what a person is really focused and looking at. That's what a person is gauging how they feel about a person on. Read on.
And give repentance.
Wait, your arms does what?
Give repentance.
Your communication does what?
Gives repentance.
Your unity does what?
Give repentance.
Go ahead.
To his sons.
Now your sons and daughters have an opportunity to live, man. See, this ain't no game. These are generational blessings. Don't y'all get it? We trying to get out of the damn curses, but here's the generational blessings. This is how you get your sons and daughters in order. Go from there. Unity. Unity. This is easy. Psalms 133. Write down unity. Go to Psalms 133. And then we're going to go to Matthew 6 and 19, and we're going to be done. I wasn't trying to take it this long, but this had to go. This is our last class. What's today?
Wednesday.
This is our last class online until like 2 weeks from now. So, we're coming to a city near you, right? So we got class today. We got class Friday, Saturday. We got class Monday, and then there's no class because we're gonna be traveling. So, read that.
Psalm chapter 133.
So we say this in Hebrew all the time. We read it, but do we read it with a mind to understand it? What it's saying? Read.
Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Right, brothers in unity. What is he going to equate unity to? Read.
It is like the precious ointment.
Why do you need ointment? What is ointment used for? Just to have?
It's a healing.
It's to be able to, before you're healed, you use ointment to close up and dress wounds. Unity is like a dress to wounds. I don't care who you are. We are all wounded. We all got PTSD from the world. We all got relationship PTSD. Everybody here been dumped, cheated on, made to be felt like crap. We all deal with it. We're all wounded. Isaiah 1? It says, what does it say in Isaiah chapter 1? Where it says the whole head is sick.
The whole head is sick, yo.
Right. Isaiah chapter 1 tells us that because of our sins and because of the things we gave ourselves to, we're wounded from the soles of our feet to the tops of our head. But if we unify, here's the ointment for the wounds. Go ahead.
Upon the head.
Right?
They ran down upon the beard.
Right, so it's ointment that you anoint with. Read.
Even Aaron's beard.
Right?
They went down to the skirts of his garments.
Unity is also like what? Read on.
As the dew of Hermon.
It says unity is like the dew of Hermon. What else?
And as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion.
What does that dew do? You know that dew in the morning? When you're like, wait, did it rain? You're like, oh, see no rain, and you walk through the grass and it's like this dew. Every morning I walk to my backyard to experience the dew. There's this dew on the plants, this moisture that gathers, right? And I'm like, it didn't rain. It did not rain last night. But there's a dew that the Most High waters the greenery with. And it nourishes. That morning dew. Phew. Come on now. What does that do? Well, it waters and it grows the greenery. Go ahead.
For there, the Most High commanded the blessing.
Wait, so if we unify, he'll do what?
Commanded the blessing.
If we come together in unity, he'll do what?
Commanded the blessing.
So when a man and a wife agree in one, he does what?
Commanded the blessing.
When brothers agree in unity, he does what?
Commanded the blessing.
When we in the same mind judgment, he does what?
Commanded the blessing.
Yeah, it's that simple. Why you think they ain't blessed out there? They can't agree on nothing. They can't even agree to disagree. That's why there's no blessings in the world. Why does he continue to push this sentiment of same mind, same judgment, agree in one? If you go back to Genesis, even when they were agreeing in negative, it said nothing would be restrained from them.
Yep.
When they built the Tower of Babel, it said because they're unified, nothing will be restrained. So take it as you will, but think about why Esau can whoop us up and down the street. Because they're unified in your destruction. They're unified in taking your babies. They're unified in you not communicating. They're unified in you being destroyed by food. They're unified in you being fat, lazy. Oh, you know what? Let's agree to legalize weed. How come they agree on that unanimously? Every state, every time. Well, because we're unified in the thought that if we legalize the weed, black and Hispanics are going to smoke the bad weed, smoke the drugs, sit on the couch, play video games, play this, play that, and not fight. They're unified in all the things to destroy us. That's why they're so good at it. And we're not unified in the things that's going to build us. That's why we're so terrible.
Yep.
And not being blessed.
Yep.
Matthew 6.
Okay.
In conclusion, Matthew 6:19.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 19.
Read.
Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth.
Because we know, we've already went through it. When they all crash, when it all fails, when it all rusts, it doesn't matter what you laid up in gold, silver, and money. Fiat currency. I got bearer bonds. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. The Most High don't. Because heaven is not going to be contingent on what your wallet is. I'm a 7-figure man. Nope. Nope. That's not going to matter. Read on.
Where moth and rust doth corrupt.
Right. Think about it. Moth and rust, those things are inevitable. Read.
And where thieves break through and steal.
If you got enough riches, somebody's going to come looking for that. Yep. They hear about, I heard about you. Somebody's coming for that. So now you got to spend all your time trying to protect something that's going to be moth-eaten and rust anyway. Look at Scrooge McDuck. His whole life was about protecting his vault. But look how angry he was. That's why he was Scrooge. He was too worried about keeping his money. He's swimming through the money, backflipping, breaststroking, spitting the money out. But guess what? His whole time, he never spent time with his grandsons. Right? Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Right? Or those are his nephews? Right. Okay. See, yeah, but he was always so worried about the money, they was just off doing whatever. They wanted to kick it with Uncle Scrooge. Uncle Scrooge is worried about how to keep getting money. And all it did was make him angry because that thought of protecting and accumulating. Go ahead.
But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven.
You know what Tobit's wife asked him when she brought that goat home? And he thought he thought that she stole it. You got to go back into Tobit. She asked him, she said, where are your alms? Yeah. He thought she stole the goat because nobody would surely pay a person a whole goat. But she had to remind him, she said, where are your alms? You out here burying, because he's thinking like burying bodies ain't that big of a deal. But the Most High rewarded him for his service. Right. So I'm asking y'all, where are your alms? Where is your communication? Where is your unity? What level do you put yourself on? And if the day of the Lord happened today, what day would it be for you in those things? Now I know some of y'all, we got new brothers, new sisters, right? Some of y'all new online. The time is now, right? Don't wait. I got time. You don't know if you got time or not. Read on.
Where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt.
Go ahead.
And where thieves moving or still.
Go ahead.
For where your treasure is,
Right.
there will your heart be also.
And that's the most important part of the class, to be honest, is that where the things that you treasure or you hold dear to you, no matter if you sit in these seats, no matter if you sew garments, no matter if you cook Sabbath meals, it don't matter if you salute brothers in the best Hebrew dialect tongue. It don't matter if you can break down every scripture. It don't matter if you read the Bible cover to cover. If your mind is not where it should be, it's going to show. You can't hide it. You can't act like it's not a real thing. Where your heart is, that's where your treasure will be. Y'all see that? So your body can be here, present in body, but absent in mind. Well, I treasure being on the beach. That's where my treasure is. But I'm sitting here in class. I treasure my home, but I'm here in class. What's going to happen is the works that you put forth, they're not going to add up to where you're at. They're going to add up to what you treasure. So you could be here, but then if mine is on the beach, we never go to the beach. I'm a rib. We never do anything. We never go on dates. We never go to the movies. All we do is work. You don't love me. There's no love, right? You'll hear those things. All you do is study. Oh, right?
Never help me.
You never help me with anything. Huh? Help you with everything, sis. So, we're going to end it there. I know they got things to say, but we're going to end it because it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Hopefully, everybody enjoyed the class. I know I got turned up a little bit. I'm not going to apologize for it. That's my turn up.
I want to hop on the organ.
Right? Y'all crazy. Don't do that.
All right, we'll snap.
Don't do that either. What's wrong with you? I'll never clap for classes. Anyway, man, everybody online, we thank y'all for joining us. Again, we're not going to have class next week because we're going to be prepping for the drive to VA. So y'all will see us back here the following Wednesday. The same is going to go for VA. You might, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, we're not going to be doing class next week. So you're not going to see us online at all. So, you know, we got to prep for this feast, man. We got to prep for the Passover. So, you know, guess what? We'll see brothers and sisters in person. All that's going to attend. So if we don't see you, if you can't make it, it's all good, right? We know circumstances for people, these times, again, the times that we're in, it's crazy. You got to make these decisions. And we making some hard decisions too, man. We making some hard decisions that we never thought we'd have to make. So with that, we're going to thank everybody for joining us. Let's say shalom to everybody online. Shalom. And we'll see y'all in 2 weeks.